I think I'm live. Figured I'd just throw this up here as a live broadcast for the practice I'm doing tonight for tomorrow's race. I will obviously be broadcasting tomorrow's race, but I figured if anyone's around and they want to just watch and listen to me talk to myself, we can go from there. Anyways, let me take the standby thing out. As you can see, I'm sitting next to the thing. What is going on with my Moza steering wheel here? Let me take a look at that. See what I can see. Oh, I see what the problem is. That can go away. That should make everything good for you guys. Yep, you guys can see it. Oh, and one thing I wanted to throw at you guys is what I've done is you can see my steering wheel moving. You can see me actually shift gears here. And obviously my pedals and my clutch, which you can see, but that's not actually how I clutch. I have my clutch tied to the lower paddles here. You can see that's actually my clutch. This is showing exactly how much movement I have in my wheel, as opposed to if I do an in-car view, it's not right. This shows you my actual inputs, and yeah, I just thought it was kind of a neat thing. And well, I'd be curious if you guys like it, or it's like, nah, no thank you. The other thing I could do is I could box this screen, and instead of doing whatever this is, 60 by 9, or whatever the aspect ratio of my G9 is, I could go to a more standard aspect ratio. The thing is you guys would lose, obviously, the far sides of what I see. You'd probably lose the leaderboard, or at least a good part of it. And yeah, so I mean, if that's something you'd prefer or not prefer, you like it the way it is, let me know. Uh, put it up in the comments. Just I'll look at it. And yeah, and obviously the old YouTube thing, like, subscribe, or as somebody said to me the other day, it's the hype this video button, which I thought was kind of funny. But only do it if you like it. I would appreciate it. It gets more people to see it. But this is, again, not my, this isn't my income. This is what I do for a living. This is just fun, and I like sharing it with other people, thinking other people might like it. And then obviously our weekly broadcast of the actual race. I've had people say to me that it's more like a podcast where about 15 of us get together, and some of the crazy stuff we talk about is just, yeah, it's wild, and it's a lot of fun. And I actually will go back and listen to some of it, because I don't obviously catch all of it, because there's multiple people talking, and I'm laughing at my own broadcast. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to get to it, and enjoy. Thanks. See if anyone joins us tonight. I did post up. We do have a Discord for this. If anyone was ever interested in joining us, we have a thread over on the Grassroots Motorsports forums, and the information to join is over there. I would stress that we are obviously open to all levels, but obviously racing etiquette is important. We treat others the way you want to be treated. Rookie mistakes, we understand. Being annoying or just, harming other people's enjoyment is not cool. But other than that, hey, who's that?
Game Boy. I thought I saw Rodan on a little earlier. I
No,
guess he's off
no,
again.
I decided to throw up a live stream while I'm practicing. It was just actually set it up so I could make it for a quick edit and be up tomorrow. This is a tough track, by the way.
Yeah, it is tricky, but it's not as bad as Sepang, which is kind of Bird Box challenge.
What gets me in this one is you have the S's, but at the end of the S's you have that essentially 180-degree turn.
Yeah.
That one's brutal. I need to get 50 laps in or so tonight to commit this track to memory. I'm running my same setup from last week, and I don't know if that's a good choice or not.
Yeah, I'm running my Sugo setup with only bang the limiter in one spot.
I bang the limiter on the front straight. And that's pretty much when I need to shift anyways. I mean, brake, not shift.
I just bang it right before braking for turn one, so
that's what I mean. Yep, same thing. It's kind of a good. It sort of lets me know you better brake now. Okay, here we go. Right.
Although you don't want to rely on that in case anything slows you down on the front straight.
Yeah, except that didn't work. Wow. Okay. I'm trying to figure out. There is a bit massive sign there, the 100. And I'm thinking I probably should be braking at that 100. Or a little before, actually. What I'm trying to do is, I probably will try to adjust my gears a little bit for the S's. This is a real track, right?
Yeah.
Because there's definitely some corners here that remind me of other things.
I think this is one that was meant to have copies of other corners in it, so that makes sense.
The one where you have that sort of sweeping right-hander up, and then it goes into a 180-degree hairpin.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Fuji.
Oh yeah, around the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought that was going to come onto the straight. Alright, let's see if I get the brake point here right. We'll work this out one corner at a time. I'm going to brake at the 100 no matter what my... Ooh. Well, I made it, but man, my tires are on fire.
My front left is getting very toasty.
I have a feeling I might have to run hards now with all the weight I got. I mean, you have the same amount of weight, but for whatever reason, the Lambo is just gonna eat the tires.
Much heavier car to start with.
I don't think it's huge. I think it's the suspension is just less refined, and you tend to slide this car more to, you know, instead of actually having handling, you just tend to slide it a little more. and that results in... Alright, so that one you break it. Oh, except it's a lot slower there. I saw your lap time, by the way.
Oh, the Camaro, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that one.
Something's still wrong with the brakes on that car. I have to check and make sure there's no heat modeling in there that could be causing them to overheat.
There are some markers actually on the left side here, and I think I want the second to last one. Yeah, right at the 100. There's markers on the left also, but you want to break at the 100 on the right. At least I do.
It's turn 1?
Yeah.
I gotta check them. I don't remember which side I was looking at, but I found right 75 works for me.
Well, yeah, I don't think you're as fast as... Well, now you probably...
Definitely not. It's fast in a straight line and seems to have better braking.
I've actually wondered, it's kind of late in the series now, but I'm wondering if I up the braking torque in this car in CSP.
Yeah, I was looking at the brake markers on the right. Much easier to spot.
Yeah. I think 09's in here.
Yeah, I saw him on the course just now.
Yeah, I just drove by him, I think. Ah, it gets squirrely, Jesus.
Trying to 6th.
I might have to go to mediums. My tires really are starting to cook. Yeah, I'm gonna try mediums. I'm gonna be slower, but my left rear is just... Why won't it let me escape out? Oh, I see why. Escape. Back to pits. I think tires might have to go to mediums. See what that does. Oh shit, missed the break point. Oh, I noticed this it has autobacks. I wonder if this is the home track for them.
A lot of the JTCC tracks we've been racing have the sponsored boards for them. Sugo had them as well because, well, but yeah, this is one of the real tracks they raced, which is why I mentioned it.
Wasn't Autobacks a big part supplier?
Something like that, yeah.
But they wanted to sort of build their own car or something like that.
The Garaya is associated with them. I don't know if they actually built it.
Yeah, they did. I know they did because they have street cars. Not a lot.
Oh yeah, I mean they made a bunch of them. I don't know if Autobox built theirs from the ground up or what, because that was made by the original one was made by Tomikara, which is a little Japanese company.
No, I believe they did actually make them and sell them. And they were backed by, as far as I understand, Autobox. I'm like 2/10 slower with these tires. But I can just hammer on them without the fear of death, basically.
Well, mine are good at setting the front left, which I really have to watch.
No, my left rear is just absolutely melting, and then once it starts, there's no saving it. Well, how's that? I just shaved 8/10 off with these tires. That's pretty amazing. Oh shoot, I missed. My hands are tired. I gotta get a drink of water. But I wonder if anyone's watching. How do we check that? I'm gonna go see if anybody's actually watching this thing. Be fun to see. Who knows? I can't tell. Live. No, it doesn't look like anybody is. Interesting. Alright, well, we'll put that off to the side. Okay, we got a whole 11 viewers 2 weeks ago. And we had 5 viewers last week. Oh, I broke 2. With Stone Cold tires, that wasn't gonna happen.
I break it about the 75 on that one.
This truck is backwards.
Huh?
It's Tom?
Yeah.
What's up, Tom?
Nothing, was just waiting for my Pistons to finish winning their game.
Did they?
Yes, they did.
Nice. My Celtics suck.
Yeah.
I've actually never really gelled with the Joe Mazzulla era. He's just, I don't like the way he is coaching the team, and we'll just keep lobbing the 3-pointers in. Statistically, we should be okay. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not. You're losing, you dummy. Like, push.
That's the whole league anymore these days. Everybody just launch threes.
Yeah, but I mean, Jesus, change it up, you know.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they had these things called pick and rolls. I mean, try it. Might work. They'd probably call a foul on it, though. It's just
Yeah. This is a pretty track.
I like this track. I'm just going to run a ton of laps just to try to commit the track to memory, but it's got some nice flow to it. The problem is that these slow and mid-speed corners are just not. I don't know if it's the car, if it's just me. I have a feeling it may have more to do with me. I've never been good at slow corners and mid-speed corners. Give me high speed. I'm wondering if I should bump my diff up a little bit. God, 09 unwound. Wait, why does 09 have no handicap? I'm going to have to fix that. That cannot be. How did that happen? Where's my mouse? It's over here. All right. That is not correct. Rules, conditions, entry list. Where is 09 unwound? Why is he got no handicap?
Well, that makes sense. Like, why am I doing so well?
Oh, so you've been sitting there listening to us all this time.
Yeah, I just, been in the call
Well,
listening.
that's really weird.
Yeah, it is.
I don't see Mooncraft. I got the Moonshine. Why don't I have a car assigned to you? Moto?
I have them
Fusion?
fast.
Tomo? How did I do that? Well, I'm gonna have to go figure it out. You are a. Where is
I
the?
don't know.
Where is? You're in the Zigaraya. Where is? I'll go find Sauce. He's got one, and Racebrick's got one. All right, so we will. We'll clone this car. Oh no, cancel.
Should have, what, 66? Oh, look.
Clone. Now let's see if can I just drag and drop you in? That would be interesting. See if that would work. I don't know if this is going to work, so will this just work? Ooh, it does. Now I just need to give you the proper handicap. Should be in the, where's the, I actually get this a little general, what's my lap, race results? Yeah, here it is. Oh, and he even updated it. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So 09 unwound, you have 96, is that right?
90. I thought it said 98, but I
You
just
read
looked
it.
briefly.
Oh, I was looking small.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the big picture here. It is 09 unwound. Yes, 98, sir. You are correct.
Right.
98. Okay. And we will say save. Save. And for now, I'm just going to give you the handicap.
Okay.
That way I don't have to restart the server.
All right.
Let me get out of this. Back to pits. And go here. And then I go here. And I go here. And I go set ballast. And I go 90. Oops. No. Is that right? Oh, perfect. Set restrictor. There you go.
Thanks.
Just like that. Yeah, you're not thanking me. You're just being polite.
Well, I mean,
You're just
I
being
wouldn't
polite.
want to. It makes sense. I wouldn't want to race with no handicap when I have
Dude,
handicap.
I have thought as sort of a for the final race, just to do some like wild card shit. Everybody in the lower half of the field, we just wipe out all their handicap.
No, that's a good idea. That sounds
Don't
fun.
you wait.
Fully approve of that idea.
Yeah.
Just to put all you guys, just put all the people that don't usually run up front, let them all be up front, and let all the heavily handicapped guys like pull the hair out. Maybe I wouldn't mind actually doing a final, like we'll do the season final, points are determined, done. And then what we'll do is we'll just take the lower
Exhibition race.
Yeah, we'll do a final, like a final race, and I'll just wipe out the handicap of everybody who's, whatever. Take the midline down, and everybody below that, gets no handicap or something. I don't know. We could figure, but
I don't think it's gonna have the effect you want it to, since the handicap near the bottom is borderline inconsequential anyways.
Well, by the time we get to where we're at, yeah, for people like those that haven't really showed up, like, Gunner and Fusion and ZZ, yeah, they really haven't been here, so it wouldn't hand it. But for the people that have been here every single day, and why are you showing at 62?
62.
No, is that
I think that's my handicap.
Is that your handicap? Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, where are you? Oh, that is okay. Well, anyways, the point being is that it would just be for some fun, Let the guys in the back who have been like the real. Yes, there would be some people that it wouldn't really change a lot, but there'd be a lot of guys in the lower half that have shown up every race, and to take their handicap off and let all the hot shoes chase them. I just think it would. I don't know how it would end up. It might be a total disaster. I think we should try it, or maybe just do a 4-lap race or something. I don't know. Just try it. What's the worst that can happen? Everyone says no. Don't do. Everyone will say, Dean, don't do that again. Basically.
How many turns does this track have? What the fuck?
Many.
All the turns.
It essentially has two sort of S-turn complexes, is the way I can see it.
It's got 2 entire road courses in it.
Yeah,
This is like complex string. This is like complex string, but like an actual track.
It actually has like the first part, which is the 2 turns and then the 180 and then that sweeper, which is sort of a straightaway up to that hairpin, which reminds me of, like I said, it Suzuka?
Fuji? Last turns?
It reminds me of Fuji a little bit, that corner. And then you have the last third of the track, which is just a whole series of sweeping turns, which I've been trying to sort of figure out the rhythm for, and I'm sort of getting it. I think if I was driving a lighter, lower horsepower car, I think it would be a lot more fun, but this car, I think it is sort of lacking in suspension, and it's just not as good. But did you actually want to change cars, Pro?
I don't care.
If you want to, I can set it up now. I can do it. I have the ability to do it now. I'm looking.
Well, I was gonna grab whatever you threw up there last time, the MR2, but then it didn't work for people. So
Yeah,
I was like, fuck it. I'll just keep driving
the cars.
Jersey.
The cars that you can play with are what's in the list right now.
No, I don't really want to. None of those are particularly compelling, anyways.
Okay, because I know the Mosler's good, the Mooncraft's good. I mean, the Lambo with only 62 kilos would be. I wish I could go back to that. The Gallardo or Arta Garaya. I think it's actually.
Garaya.
I think it's Garaya. Yeah.
I don't drive cars I can't pronounce.
There's the. I mean, what are you driving? The Impreza or the BRZ?
BRZ.
BRZ. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you change your mind, let me know.
It bothers me that on the front straight there are two sets of brake markers that are misaligned with each other.
Are you left Twix or right Twix?
There's a difference.
Right?
Like the real Twix.
Actually, I think I figured out what it is. I think those brake markers on the left are actually for the cars coming out of the pits.
Oh.
I think that's what those are for. I'm not 100% sure. I was thinking about that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Huh.
God, there's so much time to be found on this track, but I just like, how long does it take to memorize 85 turns?
It's not that many.
5 hours.
I don't think it has more turns than Calabogie.
Really?
And you can see them unlike a lot on Calabogie.
My car has gotten to the point where I have to run mediums. You know it. When I put the mediums on, I immediately picked up 0.8 of a second because I was overheating my softs so badly. Yeah, it actually kind of works. Like, if I come out of the pits and brake at the 100 marker on the left side, I make the corner. Similarly, if I'm going down the straight and I brake at the 100 marker on the right side, I make the corner. That's kind of interesting.
How do they work that out? It can be very different for cars with different acceleration.
Yeah, true. Different braking abilities. Almost thinking I want to take some pressure out of my fronts to put more heat into them.
Off to a second. And there's the grass.
Did you guys get your Wolfenstein in today?
Huh?
Wolfenstein came out.
Yeah, today is the 34th birthday of Wolfenstein.
Wow.
Oh.
Well, 3D.
Man.
Huh.
Man, the time I spent playing that game.
There have been a lot of new ones that are pretty good. I can't even keep track of all the ones that came out since like RTCW.
I've played them all except there's a VR one that I never bothered with, and Wolfenstein 2009 is one of those games that's in like licensing limbo. Like no one sells it anymore, and all the like servers and I don't know, I suppose DRM or whatever are all down because it's not available. So I just haven't taken the time to sail the high seas and acquire it.
Yes. Have to hoist the Jolly Roger for that later. Make sure. I got
Yeah,
one.
yeah, for sure. It's
Maybe that'll be a better gear set? I don't know. Let me try it, see how it works. I'm not happy with how my gears are lining up with the corners.
Well, my times aren't even in the ballpark where I give a shit about that yet. I figure I need to be within at least a second before I even consider that. I'm just not getting the corners remotely right yet.
One free 9.9.
Have you guys been following the new GRM challenge rule proposal?
No, what is it?
I saw something about a $5,000 class.
$5,000, no recap, or no recoup. That's the word I'm looking for. Super, basically simple. Like, you just can't spend more than 5K.
Yeah, inflation was going to get them eventually.
Yeah. Well, they're saying it's not even really inflation. The cars that are winning right now are close to $5,000 build cost, but it's like painstaking recovery of money. And this would
That's the
Get
kind
some
of tricks
reclaiming out of it.
yeah. And to me, on the surface, I was like, you know what? I haven't wanted to build a car for a GRM for a while, but like, if I had the spare time, I would much prefer this class.
I think I would too, just because it's like, is there any other, like, I don't want to say, are you, I think the bigger, I don't want to say the bigger part, but I think the shenanigans are now going to be how cheap can you buy the car, or is it just,
It's the same rules as before regarding all that.
or is it just your
There we
car?
go.
Your car is worth $2,000, and you have $3,000 to.
No. You can buy a $4,500 car and throw tires on it if you want. That's the part that excites me. Like,
Yeah, me too.
I don't want to buy a $2,000 car and spend all my time welding shit to it to make it to go fast.
Well, I like the idea is I can buy a good running car for that for like $4,000. My plan was always to either, a friend of mine and I, we were going to do it, but the plan was always either essentially the cheapest, smallest Audi we could get, hopefully that would run, and then essentially just strip the shit out of it, add as much lightness as possible, and if there's any budget left over, just add power, and literally we would like cut the springs if we needed to lower it. I mean, this wasn't.
Yeah, this would give you much more of a budget to actually make that car fast.
And the point is that the thing is the reason we never did it was never like, you can't get a decent running car for that kind of money, and neither of us had the time to spend 51 weekends out of a year trying to cobble something together. We just we both have lives and families, and I hate to say it, but at some point throwing money at it is the answer.
Yeah. Well, and it's like, Yeah, are you gonna win doing that? Probably not.
No.
But you could place pretty well and have a lot of fun. Whereas I feel like the current rules, it's like you either gotta. I mean, there's a few Miatas that squeak in under $2 grand one way or another with a lot of labor, but for the most part, it's like you've either got a completely custom-built car or a pile of shit.
I have no interest in building cars like that anymore. I just don't. I like the idea of starting out with something that was running and essentially the sort of kind of like running essentially what would be the old IT rules.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
or like ST rules for
yeah,
autocross.
ST or IT.
Like you do some tunings to bolt-ons, throw some better wheels and tires on it.
I just figured I'd try to find like a factory turbo car that I could pull stuff out of to lighten it, turn the boost up a little.
Yep.
Cut the springs.
Yep.
That was my plan. I wanted to do it with an A4, if I could find one. An Audi A4 or an A3. Because our thought is all-wheel drive. Get the power down. So even if we don't have the best tires, you got all-wheel drive. You got 4 tires to put power down.
Yeah, but it turns out a lot of A3s are, or all of them, are front-wheel drive.
Whatever, you find the all-wheel drive
They're
version.
basically
Whatever.
Jettas.
Whatever, you find the all-wheel drive version of something that's turbocharged. Manual would be nice, and then, like I said, just rip everything out of it like you're building an IT car, and then add as much power as you can by, a genuine Chinesium turbo, some Chinesium injectors, maybe, I don't know. And, I mean, you want to get real fancy. I have a Megasquirt that I purchased years ago for $225. That, I could make work with that. That wouldn't be too hard. The point being is you could make a pretty powerful, I think it might be a one-hit wonder, but if you could put
that's what a challenge car is.
if you could, I mean, I think it would be a car that would be a hoot to drive,
Yeah.
And then just figure out sway bars, either add them, take them off, whatever you need to do to make the thing kind of do it however you want to do it,
Clearly, good tires are worth more than low fuel on this car. Well, and of course, it set a best lap on fresh tires and a full tank.
Hey, I'm starting to remember where the track goes.
I might need to consider mediums.
That's what I have to run.
Yeah, I definitely need fresh tires to be fast. So for qualifying, I know my strategy is going to be to skimp fuel so I run out before I cross the finish line or something. Well, right after the... Yeah, I should actually run out early because the road will be slower.
Well, gearing saved me half a second. Jesus. Yeah, gearing.
Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe.
I raised everything from what I ran last week. I raised everything in my gear set one click, basically.
I'm running the same thing. I just bumped 6th a little bit, so I'm not banging it the
I
four turn
found
one.
I found there's a lot of corners that I was sort of like, yeah, I was running them in third, but if I bumped third up a little bit, it would let me. I was still running them in third, but I was pulling all the way through the corner.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, because I'm in third. That whole last complex, I'm in third.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I just improved that, I think, a lot. Basically, both of the S turn sections at third gears. But the problem is I think the second section, the corners are faster than the first section. Well, the first section has that stupid hairpin in it that is really annoying. Which for me, I think I'm maybe trying to optimize my gears for those two and actually set my gears up so that hairpin and the other one at the end of that little sort of straight that leads into that downhill, um, like just those become first gear corners. The only thing I haven't touched my first gear is because I've been getting some great launches lately. last couple of races, I've been getting good launches, and I don't really want to screw that up. So I do. I don't know what I want to do. Actually, I should go back to my other gears and now and see how. Wait, medium tires. So my gears, okay, that's the 154.
Are you kidding me? I was up another quarter second and just ran out of gas on the front straight.
That's
2 seconds before the start finish.
I shouldn't have gassed it there.
Out of the corner. Oh no. How's it? Oh, it's dropped. Oh, I messed up a bit too.
Maybe I should follow your lead and just bump my high gear.
I just figured I wasn't using 6 much otherwise, and it might give me a little more speed. I think I just barely touched 6th in a couple other places, but the front straight is the only place I really make use of it.
Yeah, I goofed that corner again. I think I might want to bump third and leave everything else the same. I might try that. Yeah, I might bump third and sixth and leave everything else the same. I think I might try that. See what that does. Back to pits. So if I bump third by 1 click, oh, that's a big jump, second to third though. E. And I'll bump sixth. See what that does. That may make a big. Because I don't really use fourth. Fourth feels like the sort of like no man's land gear.
Huh. Look, I'm using almost all of mine except for first.
Well,
First
I'm accelerating through it. I don't really use it. You know what I mean? It's like there's no place on the track that I'm.
I'm actually using fourth quite a lot.
I'm accelerating through it, but I'm not like there's no corners that I'm using fourth gear in.
Yeah, a lot of mine I'm going through the corner in fourth.
Yeah, see, I'm doing a lot of mine. I'm in third.
I haven't paid attention to my gear. I'm in third, most of them.
Yeah. Thing is, I want to be in third as I'm coming into it, so I can accelerate through it, or if I'm riding a corner.
How fast are you guys going before you hit the brakes on the front straight?
I brake at the 100. I brake at the 100. That's on the right side.
I brake at like 75. It's about 240 kilometers. I have to check miles.
I'll tell you what my speed is. I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, see, alright, so I gotta bring second up a click.
Oh, okay, so that's a lot shorter. previous tracks. I don't know if I'm bringing 6th down, I could probably bring 5th and 4th down also.
Yeah, I am doing
It's just a cascade of.
at the 100. I am doing 154. Yeah, I don't like this gear set. There's some big, like, bridges in it. Negative Houston. We are not going to do that.
Let's try this.
What happens if I do...
So I got a nice letter from the IRS.
Yeah?
Oh.
And they looked at my 2024 tax return.
Yeah?
And they're like, here's what you reported, and here's what third parties reported.
Third parties?
I'm like, yeah, basically, you know.
Hmm.
Like, you know, your W-2 that's submitted and your,
Yeah.
and in this case, 1099 from investments that's submitted. And the, you know, the number was it was a very big 5-figure difference. And I was like, what? Like, first I was like, you know, it caught me off guard a little bit, but I probably just missed a form from an investment service. But I was also like, if you guys fucking know, why?
That's like the
just
joke.
Give me a warning when I go to submit.
Well, that's like the joke.
Like-
There was a joke up there like, we know how much taxes you owe, but you have to tell us or you go to jail.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell us if you're wrong, we'll penalize you. And that's what happened. I told them and I was wrong, and now I get to pay a big fat bill.
Let's try this set of gears. This is a total... I went to my short gear set. My short gear set? Yeah, I went to my short gear set and readjusted all my gears to be...
So 150 miles an hour on the straight before I hit brakes.
No, my third gear in this setup is too short. I need to pull that up a little bit.
Well, I ran out of gas a little while ago, and I noticed there's outside of turn 5, they have a little snack stand with hot dogs, popcorn, so you can remember all the things.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's a little tube man flapping around and some very American-looking fans. One guy has a mullet, a mustache, so it's very American.
Where's this track?
That was outside turn 5 in this track.
No, but where's this track located?
Japan.
One.
So yeah, we got
Okay.
some
Oh, I can see that.
American mullet wearers who flew all the way out here to watch.
I need to bump third up. Third is not hot fast enough with this setup. I don't know why I'm dicking with this. And I can't.
You know, they have. I was just thinking they have a lot of U.S. military bases out there, at least one big one, so maybe that's where they came from.
Let's try that. See if that works. I should really put the softs back on and see if I can make them work.
I've been making it work, even though it says my front left is lava, it's gripping okay. It's not too bad. And it goes back to normal a little bit through the majority of the lap.
I've been trying to set it up so the first set of S's I can run in predominantly second or third, depending on exactly which corner it is, and then the second set of S's I can run entirely in third.
I'm gonna call it a night.
Alright, dude. We'll catch you.
Yep, see ya.
See you tomorrow.
Well, it definitely lines up with the last corner now.
I can see that last turn becoming a big choke point when racing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. That gear change netted me 4/10. Interesting. God, is it so sensitive to that.
Well, I feel like I can run a 48.8 all day long, but I just need to get more practice to put together some fast laps. I don't know why I'm so slow.
Alright, this gear change, I just totally borked that section, but this gear change has netted me like 7/10. Just for shits and giggles, I'd like to try this with no weight. Ah, I screwed up. I was up 4/10 in that. Yeah, so it's driver error, but this gear change has netted about 7/10. I like it. I'm gonna make this the race this setup in my setups. Setup.
Wait, do I not have 7-zip? What the fuck? Open with... Oh, I don't have 7-zip. That's weird.
Now,
I thought that was required for Content Manager.
just for shit. No,
Isn't it?
No, I've been figuring. I think it's in Content Manager, but it's not a. Like,
Oh, so oh, that's right. Windows handles .7z natively now,
Oh.
but there are still some functions that 7-zip is better for. Unsurprisingly. Boy, are you playing on Linux?
No, no.
I've been
it's
reading
possible.
about. I've been reading about a bunch of, about the big people pushing to go gaming to go pure Linux,
I've been following.
and it's
that.
becoming more and more possible. But then also I read, and I'm like, cool, let me read about it. And they're like, yeah, okay, so you have to do this, and then download these configurations, and then build this. And then I was like, never mind, nope.
Yeah, possible, but not easy for a lot of things.
I
Yeah.
think it's. I look at it, and I think getting to where you want to be is much harder. But I think once you're there,
Yeah, that's how it's always been with Linux. More setup effort, but a lot less pain once it's done.
Yeah, and it depends. There's still a lot of Windows stuff that's going to outperform gaming-wise because
Actually, maybe
from
not.
what I understand, what I understood for a while, NVIDIA's drivers were way better on
Yes,
Windows.
that has been
Then-
my biggest thing is Windows is drivers for NVIDIA cards, but they've been getting better, from what I understand.
Well, and then also there's a lot of like anti-cheat stuff if you play multiplayer
Yeah,
games.
if you need any cheat, it's a complete crapshoot. Almost nothing will work if you need any cheat.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, any cheat is basically just DRM for a slightly different purpose. But
Yeah,
these days,
it-
Linux is outperforming Windows for gaming a lot of the time.
A lot of games, well, certainly like native Windows games, what I've been looking at is all the stuff that uses like the whatever Proton compatibility layer, and that's where I'm like, you know, is that, how good is it? You know, some people are saying it's, you know, it's within 10% performance-wise, and then some people are like,
So usually it's close,
It's-
and it seems like it's more, if it's not equal, it seems to be more often faster these days.
which is wild to me, and that's great. That's
Yeah,
great.
Microsoft just been
but,
screwing up real hard. Microsoft, as we like to call it.
Microsoft's in real trouble. I was looking into their foray into AI, and they are kind of screwed.
oh yeah, they're, well, I don't think they're screwed, but they're definitely like,
They're too big to die, but they're going to take a chunk out of themselves.
yeah, they sunk way too much into the AI thing, and like, it ain't happening the way they think it's gonna happen.
No, their product, they thought that they were going to become the cat's ass of AI with their operating system. And they've
Well,
got
what they're really promoting is baking it in and making it accessible on like the corporate level. I don't really care about individual users.
except-
Like, corporations.
except for the fact that corporations don't really seem to want it, and most people don't seem to want it.
Oh, but unfortunately, a lot of corporations want it for some reason.
Yeah, like my employer wants it, but the thing is, they don't think it's gonna replace people. They just think it's a tool that's gonna help enhance people. And if you tell them it's gonna cost $100 million, they're gonna be like, no. and that's what I fear like most employers are gonna. That's what's gonna happen with most employers.
It's not proving out to be any kind of a real cost saver, is the thing. Is from everything I'm seeing, it's like, yeah, it may help a little bit, but it's not, you know, the 20% savings that, you know, and more productivity. It's just, it's not being realized. And it's
And right now,
you know,
all the customers right now are getting it for like 90 cents on the, well, I should say they're getting about 90% subsidy on everything from investors at least. It could be 99 or even more. So the prices are going to get another zero on the end, maybe two. And then we'll see who wants to stick with it.
the biggest thing is it doesn't seem to actually, the way Windows implemented it, instead of you asking AI and saying, hey, you know, can you help me with this, or what do you think about that, or something, it's, they're constantly injecting it in, and it's actually interrupting
So,
and annoying.
That's how most of it works now, because most people don't want to use it enough. So they make you
No,
use
but
it.
Windows implemented it with, you know, at least the way it is currently. It is annoying in Windows.
Where-
It's
where-
like,
out of curiosity, where? Because I use Windows 11 on my computer.
I get it in
on
Word.
both of my computers,
In
and
Word.
I've never seen it.
I get it in Word, and it finally got so bad in Word, in my email, in. They keep trying to. Oh, and they were hammering me for the longest time about trying to the OneDrive, and then having, you know, AI enhanced OneDrive, and it kept interrupting.
Oh, so
me.
but those aren't. That's not Windows. Those are products that are made by Microsoft.
Right, but
That's
the point
Office
is,
that come with
no,
Windows.
the point is it's baked into the OS, and it's all sort of intertwined, and they essentially made it such that, you know, everything, you essentially you cannot have a totally stripped out version of Windows anymore. just
I hear it's possible with enterprise licensing, but not anything intended for home customers.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
and
like at work it's disabled. Like there's a specific, I think there's like one specific way you can access Copilot. It's not baked into any application.
well, it is in the regular world, in that, and for I don't have corporate license. We just use Windows 10 or Windows 11, and like the feedback I get from people in my company is get this shit out of my computer. It's just interrupting me. It's annoying me. Why is it here? I don't, you're right in the middle. Like, I've had it pop up. I was doing some AutoCAD, and it wasn't in AutoCAD, but it would pop up and interrupt me when I'm doing AutoCAD, and I'm like, just go away. Why is this? It's
Well,
like
that's the weird thing to me is I use 2 different computers in Windows 11. Well, actually, I use 3 Windows 11 computers.
Are they corporate? Are they corporate computers?
No, 2 of them are my home computers, and I have never once seen AI pop up in any regard.
Well, I finally.
The only thing is there is a Copilot button. Never clicked on it,
No,
but there is one.
I finally got rid of it by going into the registry and getting rid of Copilot. And once I did that, yeah, it's gone. But then you get a Windows update and they put it all back. It's like, what the hell? I told you to go away and now you're putting it back.
Yeah, so I don't have it in anything. I don't see it.
Well,
Like there's a Copilot button. If I click on that, yes, I'll get to Copilot, but I don't want to. So why would I click on it?
well,
So that's it.
it's in you must have your default settings set such that it doesn't allow it or something. I don't know what to tell you other than you're special. That's all I can tell you.
I don't have that much experience with Windows 11. I only have one computer running it, which I don't use a lot.
It's very annoying, particularly when I'm trying to get something done and the operating system all of a sudden decides, we've got an idea. If you look at this, it could be better. And I'm like, yeah, except you're talking about my email, which is open in the background, but I'm not using it. I'm using AutoCAD. Why are you all of a sudden, are you lonely? Are you feeling neglected that I'm not using a goddamn Microsoft product
It's
for
very
a couple
hurt that
hours?
you're not using Copilot. So hurt.
Or whatever, that I'm just not using a Microsoft product for a while. I mean, it's like so annoying.
It's a very specific Microsoft product. They want to show good user engagement stats for it.
I'm still relevant. Please use me. I'm like, no, go away. It's like, God, it has real legitimately been.
Well, that's basically what the Microsoft CEO sounds like.
It's like
Please-
so
please
annoying. Go away.
Please use AI.
It's like, go away. Your product sucks. I don't care about any of your integration bullshit. We just want the tool to do the tool things that we want it to do. Not your idea of how we should be using your tools. That's the problem. They have somehow got it in their head that they need to be telling us how to use their software.
Yep.
And the reality is, no, your software should be in the background, not bugging us, and we should be using it how we want. I paid for it.
I'm often glad that the last time I paid for Windows was Windows 10 license, and I haven't paid anything since then because I say, man, it's a good thing I didn't pay for this a lot.
I mean, I pay for it just because, it's not a lot of money and you just do it. And that way, you have all the licenses and there's no...
Yeah. I have all license setups, but I just don't have a lot of Windows computers, so it works out.
Well,
This
legitimate...
license of Windows I'm using is from Windows Vista.
So they let you use that for 7 and 10?
It gave me it gave me a free upgrade to 7, it gave
Ah.
me a free upgrade to 10, it gave me a free upgrade to
Nice.
11.
And the downside is you had to suffer with Vista for a while.
Yeah, and I only did that because at the time, that was when Shattered Horizon came out, and Vista supported, was it DirectX 11? And XP only supported DirectX 10, and because it's made by FutureMark, they wanted to use all the latest stuff.
Yeah.
So you I think that was the way it worked.
Windows likes to hold off DirectX updates like that to try and get gamers to jump over every time they update or have a new OS.
Right. And I only did it for that game, and it was worth it because that game was awesome. But yeah. And then wasn't that long before 7 came out, and then ever since then it's been fun. Like I have to say, my Windows, Windows is not without its frustrations, but for the most part, it's been a very easy experience for me, and my games tend to run
great.
flawlessly on it. And the main thing I'm looking for when I switch OS to I'm looking at Steam OS, is that it has some things baked into the OS that like controller integrations baked into the OS, and I guess like some stuff that helps focus not get stolen from game windows and whatnot.
Yeah.
Which is nice, but it seems to me that the problem with all that stuff is still, it's not the games themselves or the OS, it's the store fronts that are required for the DRM for some games. So I'd probably just be happier overall if I pirated everything. That's a lot of work.
Yeah. The DRM is most of the problems with Linux, and then the NEG, which is again very DRM-ish technology that has all the same problems.
Yeah. Well, and there's like a couple kinds of GRM, right? There's just like, there's, de novo, whatever it is. There's really terrible stuff, and then there's like, it just phones home to check, do you have a license? And it's like, yep, okay, go.
Yeah, but the
That
fundamental
doesn't
problem,
bother me.
it's from a technology standpoint, the fundamental problem is trying to make a program that restricts the root user from doing what they want on their computer, whether it's something really terrible or something that doesn't get in the way and works. That's the technological problem that doesn't agree with the Linux kernel. That's why it worries me when I see companies inventing things that, like hardware that's meant to do that. TPM is a minor example, and now you homomorphic encryption as a computing environment, which is kind of the same thing.
You see, soft, I can go faster for sure. Like I pulled another second out of my time running soft.
You just gotta drive carefully on them, though.
But Jesus, my left rear tire is just like crying uncle.
It's easy to cook the left side on this track, because there's two really tight corners, and then
If I get any
that left-hand sweeper, before the front straight, that's like kind of off camber.
Yep.
It will destroy your left tires.
I chuck this car around a little bit because that's just how you kind of have to drive this thing. But the problem is that it's a really fine line between if you get the car sliding, you scrub speed and you're screwed. I mean, that's the problem, is that the handling on this car is particularly with the weight. I've noticed it's just like, through the corners, freaking Game Boy, you were just like
Yeah.
just because my fat ass car's in the way, I was slowing you down, and then I would make sure I get the point and shoot out of the corner, and I run away from you a bit, and but I make one little bobble in the corner, and you're right by me, and the only way I can keep that speed up with this car is I have to get a little bit of scrub and a little bit of slide to sort of, it's rotating the car basically. But man, you do that too much, or you step over that line just a little too far, and my friggin' left side just goes frickin' lava. But and the thing is you're at roughly the same kilograms of weight that I am. The BRZ just wears its weight a lot better. Yeah, I'm not happy with Microsoft at the moment. I have wanted to build a Linux machine, which I'm going to take my old BuzzBox I got kicking around here. And
You need to build a Linux machine. You can just install Linux.
Well, I have also done that on machines, and when you
certain hardware you may want to get away from if you're going to Linux.
A UEFI BIOS with It can cause.
Yeah, laptops.
I do not
Man.
want to. I do not want to do a dual boot computer. I have set that up before, and the two of them don't really play nice together on the same PC. You can monumentally screw things up either way, and it's just not good. But I've been wanting to. I got my little buzz box around here, the one that I used to actually run the server on and everything. And I've been wanting to run that machine and set it up. I was going to pull the drive out of it and just stick another M.2 drive I got kicking around here in there. I inadvertently ended up with 4 M.2 drives sitting here.
Good time to have spares.
Yeah,
Prices
I don't quite know exactly how I did that, but I've got 4 of them sitting here. And 4 of them or 2 of them? No, I got 3 of them.
Yeah, you could.
I
You
got
could
3
sell a
of them.
couple of those off and pay for the new car.
That new car was a trade. Windows
Yeah,
10. So
I'm
this
just
is
joking.
my old thing. Yeah, I could probably buy a whole new computer to sell these couple of. Let's see. I've got a 970 Evo. What is this? I need my other glasses to see what these are. What is this one? 970 Evo 1 terabyte. I've got another 970 Evo 1 terabyte. I got 2 1 terabytes sitting there. And what's this one? This one. What is this drive? This is another one. I got 3 1 terabyte 970 Evos sitting here. I was going to take one of them and throw it in the other machine and do a Linux install on it. And and the reason I want to do that is I want to experiment and see if I can make AutoCAD work on it. Because that.
On Linux?
Yep. I don't know if it would work. I don't know how to do it. Let's just say that has like been the biggest sort of thing that I was actually considering if
How many extended features of AutoCAD are you using? Do you have extra packages and stuff like that?
No, I really don't.
Or you're just using the very base AutoCAD?
Pretty much. We got a couple little things in there, but nothing that would matter if we didn't have. I got a couple of things.
Well, in
for
that case,
rendering and stuff.
there's probably 100 softwares that are AutoCAD clones that work the same way. The good
They have
thing is
different controls,
AutoCAD's no, there's a lot of AutoCAD clones that have the exact, like that's the number one selling point of an AutoCAD clone. I used to use, was it LTCAD or something at another employer, and it was like identical. Every command was the same.
I think LTCAD.
It was
LTCAD. I think is actually an Autodesk product.
It was
could be wrong on that, but I think LTCAD is.
No. So AutoCAD LT is, and they called it LTCAD to
that's what I'm thinking of. Yep. You're right.
As kind of an homage to that, but there are a couple that are like if you're using the base AutoCAD, there are a couple open source 2D clones that are like
if you Google LTCAD, freaking Autodesk has like hammered Google to make sure it does not show up on the front page.
That might not be.
That's pretty funny.
What it's called. It's been a long time.
No. I found that entertaining. But the point is that has been the one thing. I mean, I know there are email clients out there. There's everything else is pretty much available in Linux. And I have seriously considered. Well, I am going to do it. I'm going to take that other computer.
Well, you can just.
It's just sitting around.
You could just.
And I've thought
move
about
your. You could just move all your email and stuff to a web client instead. It's all on a server anyway, right?
We have it all local. Unfortunately, it's all local in our. But it's not a big deal. I could, but I am a diehard Outlook user. I really like it. It's what I like it, and I'm very familiar with it. There's a lot of tools and stuff in it that make it quite good. But that being said, that would not be a problem. At the end of the day, email is not a huge thing for me. The only problem would be somehow getting all the email. I'm sure there's some sort of email client that I'd be able to transfer everything out of my Outlook to it, hopefully, because I mean, I have email, believe it or not, it's archived, but I have email going back, you know,
You're looking at going from Outlook to which client?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Oh, well, there's Thunderbird. There's one called, I think
Thunderbird.
Thunderbird has the import feature from Outlook.
Something, but this would be Linux, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming. I don't know.
Thunderbird's for Linux.
Essentially, I haven't, I don't know the specific answer to all the questions, but essentially the only one that I don't know is, would there be a way to run AutoCAD on a Linux machine? If, be it I run a virtual Windows box or something, I mean, it would kind of suck, but,
I would guess that in Wine, the troublesome point might be the 3D rendering window. Other than that, I mean, it's regular desktop software, which is mostly a solved problem.
I'm sure it can be done, but that's the one thing that I have not actually gotten, like, a hard answer. I've never actually Googled it either. Can you run AutoCAD on Linux? No, AutoCAD does not run natively on Linux. It is officially supported only on Windows and Mac. Maybe I should just go to Mac. Maybe I should go to Mac, actually. Yeah, but I mean, at this point, would Mac be more irritating than Windows has gotten? Has Mac thrown? I use
No, they
Mac
haven't slapped up their OS like Microsoft has.
I mean, has Mac gotten totally shitified? Like, I don't.
Although they are making a lot of moves that suggest they want to make it a closed walled garden OS like iOS with the iPhone and iPad. So that's the next problem to look forward to on Mac OS.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
But solved. AutoCAD.
I mean,
wait. Autodesk.
Mac is cool because, I mean, from a professional standpoint, Mac would be kind of compelling because they have really good control over their hardware, and
Yep.
they actually have very efficient processors now.
And they have good hardware. I mean,
although it's very expensive hardware.
It's very, but
it costs way more than PC stuff.
But company. I mean, I hate to say it, but when you're in a corporate environment, whether you spend, $2,000 versus $4,000 on a computer, doesn't.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, whatever.
It's in the noise.
Yeah.
The operator for the computer is the expensive part.
Yes.
And anything that reduces downtime or increases that person's efficiency is worth way more.
Yeah, exactly. A couple $1,000s for a better computer to get more efficiency from the operator. I mean, that's something I'm always looking at, is spending money to make my employees better and faster, because it pays for itself, like, in a month. Like most things that I will do, like stupid things like, hey, you want a new mouse pad? Is there a different mouse you want? Is there a different keyboard you want? Is there, anything, a different chair, anything to make you more comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Anything to be more comfortable, to be more productive. It's not a lot of money.
Yeah, no, office ergonomics are kind of like a no-brainer. Just get the mouse and keyboard and monitor you need or want.
But
because in the grand scheme of things, it makes no difference.
And even if you invest, say, $10,000 into a station, say, the thing is if you have an employee that's billing out at $250 an hour or something like that. It doesn't work on the hourly side of things, but what it does work is on contract work. It's a huge win in the contract. If I have a fixed price on something and, guys can get it done 30% quicker, 20% quicker, on a $100,000 contract, that's all profit. That is 100%. That's $20,000 in profit. If I invest $10,000 on $100,000 job for an employee, I will make it back done. It's such a no-brainer, and I drive some of my employees crazy with that. It's like, you want a different monitor? You know, I bought several of the guys.
Yeah, I
and
mean,
I'm
there's
one.
definitely times. There's definitely times where it's like, okay, the monitor isn't really slowing me down.
No,
But I do think,
but it's nice to
you
have
know,
what you want.
it is nice to have what you want, and the very first time something becomes a hindrance, it'll cost you more than the cost of the hardware.
Yeah, I mean, I run, and several of the other guys, we discovered that we like the 43-inch Asus 4K color accurate monitors. Do I need them? No. Is it really nice to have, and does it speed up my workflow? And absolutely. I run 4 monitors. I run 2 43s, and I run 2 24s running vertically. And it's funny because if I put my calendar on one of the 24s and I put my email on the other 24, and then I use the main 43-inch for, that's my workspace where I am working on the primary whatever I'm doing, and then the other 43 is like, particularly in CAD. I don't know how you run CAD, but I have a lot of submenus open. They're like windows. You know how CAD does that with the windowing of their menus?
Yeah.
I'll put those
Yeah.
windows, I'll put those up on the other screen. So
Yeah.
I can have like 6 or 7 of those windows open over on the other screen right next to the big screen where I'm working, and then I can have, you know, some other crap open on the other part of the screen that I'm not using. Sort of the dumpster where, like, I don't want this window here, but I don't want to close it because I might want to get into it in a half hour from now, so I'll drag and drop it over there. You know, that, which is bad. I should just minimize it, but
This all reminds me when I had a government job, they were super stingy with everything. Like, I had 2 monitors on my computer because we had leftover monitors, and I had 2 ports, no problem. And at one point, I wanted like a cheap video card for a 3rd one, and we had to go this whole long thing, like, what do you need this 3rd one for? I was like, I had to justify everything. And I was using GIMP a lot, which has, you know, the big main photo editor window and then a bunch of toolboxes around it. That was the main
that's
thing.
how AutoCAD works with all the toolboxes,
Yeah.
windows, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah. And then the other thing is we had a guy who was like a courier. He didn't need a computer much. It was just for emails. So we did a thing where he took some of the old computers and put Linux on them as an experiment.
Yeah.
People were like, you know, if a higher up comes through here and sees this, they're not going to like seeing that guy with a computer because he doesn't really need one.
That's funny. But I've been thinking of running Linux. I was sort of wondering, could I run a Linux box for everything except AutoCAD and just keep a second computer running AutoCAD?
Possibly, that's kind of what I do with games. Everything is Linux except for my gaming PC.
You know, and then I'll just run everything on the Linux PC that would be.
What? So for work stuff, what are you doing? I mean, that's a lot of hoops to jump through to avoid just not clicking on the Copilot button.
It's not,
Right?
you know,
It's like, is that the fundamental thing
no,
you're trying to
it's
avoid?
not the not clicking on the Copilot button. It's not having the OS constantly interrupt me trying to get attention of, you know, making suggestions or ads or
I don't get. I need to understand what I have different on mine, because like my Windows 11 is straight out of the box on both of my computers. I've done almost
Maybe
no
check the
configurations.
advertising settings.
I shut it down, but the problem is every update it turns everything back on again.
Yeah, I've never.
Do you
messed
have
with any
do
of
you
that.
are you running a local account or are you running a Windows account?
Cloud account.
I have a Windows account. Like everyone has a Windows account now.
No,
right?
I
Unless
didn't.
it's
No.
sort of
You
pirated
can force
thing.
yourself off, but it's not easy.
No, you have to essentially do a reinstall.
Typed in. I have like a, Microsoft.
The computer I'm using right now does not have a does not have a Microsoft account.
I don't know why that would be.
Because
Like, I can't quite understand.
It doesn't phone home. It's not constantly. You're essentially not logged into their system.
So the only setting that I ever changed that had anything to do with ads is like if you, whatever, it's like you right click on the taskbar or something, and there's like literally a button that says show me ads, and you're like, nope.
Yeah, but the thing is that's great, and I have gone in and shut it off in the registry. I've done a lot of stuff, and it works. But like I said, you get an update and they put it all back, and it isn't like, it's not something that is every 5 minutes. Hell, I mean, I do have days when there's nothing, but it's enough that it's a cumulative, I've just had enough of the Windows shit, basically, is what it comes down to. It's like, enough is enough. You know,
I mean,
you've cumulatively, you know, it's death by 1,000 pricks, basically, with them, and I'm just tired of it. It's like, you've just annoyed me that little bit, one too many times, and I'm done with you now.
I guess I don't have any of that. Like I said, Windows is obviously it has its downsides, but every time I use Linux, it annoys me about 1,000 more times.
No, and
yeah, it's probably more forgivable because it's not malicious annoyment like, you know, Microsoft is. But it's also like, God, will something fucking just work right out of
no,
the
and
box?
that's
No.
the only downside to what I want to do, because for all of their annoyances, Windows does just work. It's just stop annoying me.
Yeah. No, I would not recommend it
I'm just gonna
for
do. I'm thinking
an environment like that,
I think I
unless
might.
you're a power user.
I might do as an experiment. I want to see if it would work.
And then are you gonna like convert all your employees over too?
No, I'll let them do whatever they want. I don't care.
One of the businesses I'm doing a little support for on the side, I've put a lot of Linux computers in there instead of doing Windows 11 upgrades, although they just do like browser stuff, documents printing, but I haven't had any problems with it.
I mean, if that's the case, yeah.
I like to
Like,
blame
if
stuff on it, but I haven't had any real problems yet.
If they're basically one step above a Chromebook, it's like.
I mean,
yeah, why not?
I don't use anything that's really wild. I don't. I use AutoCAD and I use a lot of Microsoft. You know, I use Excel and Word and Outlook, and I have some other like structural engineering analysis softwares we use. I have those are the big ones, and I have a myriad of other smaller programs that I use. Nothing, you know, various types of just lots of little programs that I've sort of accumulated over the years, and they're all fine. And that's part of the beauty of you can't bitch about the fact that I have a picture editing program from it's not Paint Shop. Is it Paint Shop Pro? I have Paint Shop Pro, okay? And I think it's from '98. I think.
Sounds right.
And there was a series of upgrades. It's a very simple program compared to today's standards, you know, but it's just works. It doesn't crash. It just runs. And the fact that Windows will still run a program from 1998 without a single hiccup it's amazing to me.
Wait, the actual version of it you're using is from 1998. Like Paint Shop Pro's still updated now. Like.
Oh, I mean, I get updates.
I use
for
the
it,
2026 Paint Shop Pro.
But still, it's it's like I use the original one, and it started as original. I get updates for it. I haven't. It still comes up as the original, but it has a bunch of updates to it over the years. But it's like that software still works, which I mean,
Microsoft does put a lot of effort into backwards compatibility.
Yeah, I mean, so there's a lot of good about Microsoft.
That's their bread and butter.
And it's really the only reason why I put up with them is because.
There you go.
Exactly
as intended.
Is that? But I'll tell you, my patience has been getting thinner and thinner and thinner, and it's like I can see why there are so many people out there. It's essentially proving that Microsoft has a monopoly, is what this is coming down to. And
I mean, yeah, they do and they don't. But yes, you're right. Like,
it's
if there's a certain software you want to use, and Microsoft's the only place to get it, then yeah.
But I mean, it's proving that, and it's not like that's just the way it is, and it is something that, I mean, you go put on, how big a tinfoil hat do you want to put on to get into? That's not a very good thing, you know.
No, I agree. It would be great if there were other options.
I try not to think about it. I don't have time to care. It's just the level of annoyance. Going to Windows 11 has really been, like, all my use. I love Windows. My favorite was 7.
I'm fairly bad that I told a bunch of people, yeah, Windows 11 should be fine. It's no problem. Go ahead and upgrade back in the early days. Now look at
7.
this.
I liked Windows 7. What was it? Windows Ultra? I think I had one called Ultra.
Ultra?
Yeah, 7 Ultra or something. It was I forget. I really liked it.
7 Ultimate. That was it.
Ultimate. Yeah, I really liked that. That was one of my
Oh, yeah.
favorites. And then there was 10, which I didn't mind 10. They didn't bury as much shit behind multiple new buttons that are completely
that was a pain.
that are completely unnecessary.
It looks pretty and it slows you down.
Yeah, it's again, they're doing everything possible to try to justify their existence instead of making a product that is just gets work done. And it's just, again, it's a cumulative. I am getting pissed off with Windows thing, and in the last 6 months, it's becoming just increasingly more annoying. Like I know I'm stuck with it, and I won't change people in my office because, I am reasonably good with computers and OSs. Where I'm very lacking is networking and shit like that. Since I haven't set up that headless server, because I am very lacking in that particular aspect of computing. And I know it's easy, and I could probably figure it out in a day, but I don't have a day to figure it out. At least not right now. I haven't had one for quite a while.
Surprisingly, the monopoly that I find myself concerned with, even as I consider Linux for gaming, is Steam.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's
interesting.
Steam is the only thing that makes Linux gaming tolerable.
Makes it a lot easier. I mean, there are other games made for Linux that don't use Steam, but a lot of games in general are only through Steam, and Steam is also the easy button for Linux gaming.
Yep. Well, and they have stuff like a lot of games won't work with controllers properly unless you use Steam input and run it through the Steam interface.
They have a controller now that only works with Steam. Nothing else.
The Steam OS. Yes, and I'm looking at that, and it has gotten really good reviews. And
the Steam controller?
Yeah,
I thought about grabbing one, but then I was so annoyed because you want to play a game. So if you want to play a game that's a non-Steam game with that controller, you can, but you have to launch it through Steam, which means you have to add the Steam layer on top of your game, which probably already has a layer from another store on top of it. But the licensing is what really pisses me off.
Yeah.
So I have like maybe 200 games on Steam. If I'm sitting here playing Assetto Corsa and my son wants to play SpongeBob in the other room, on the other computer, he can't. Because the license for Steam is that for a given account, only one game can be active.
No.
Period.
What you need to do, all right, my son and I have solved this exact problem.
There are workarounds where you force it to go offline.
No. It's really easy. Give your son his own account, okay? And then you can essentially share games between accounts.
No, they turned out they disabled.
My son and I do it all the time.
You still use it?
Yeah.
Family sharing got neutered recently. And have you tried playing a game the same time he is playing?
Oh no, you can't. You cannot do that. In other words,
yeah. So the issue is, I'm not saying I don't want to play the same game.
No,
if he's borrowing a game from my account, I can't play a different game.
No, we do that all the time.
Oh, that's it. Said
we do
when
that.
I looked it up the other day.
We do that all the time. That's not a problem.
But here's the really frustrating thing with that. My son's 10. He doesn't need to have a fucking account.
Oh, I agree.
And not only that, roll back in time. This has been a problem since he's been 5. What 5-year-old needs their own gaming account? He doesn't. I just want to let him play the game. Just like when I had Sega. If I had 2 Segas and I had 2 different cartridges, you could put one in one machine and one in the other, and like that's how it worked. If I have 2 books, I can't read them both simultaneously. Someone else can read one of the books. You know, like I own them both. But with the Steam licensing, that is not the way the software works.
Yeah, that's annoying. My son and I have not run into that problem. So all I can say is, because we share games, and we're, like, I'm gaming right now, although we're not sharing any games right now. We do it, it happens a lot.
I mean, I'm interested to see what happens with that, because
The
you know,
only
as my
thing-
son gets older,
the
he's
o-
gonna play more games.
The only thing that might be the reason why we can do it is the same credit card information is on both accounts.
No, I don't think that would. That's not what it's using to authenticate the game, though.
No, but it
I
might
don't
see
know.
us as one paying customer, in other words. I don't know. We've never had that problem, and we've done it quite a bit over the years. I don't remember the last time we did it a month or so back. I don't know. It's not, I mean, it's because my son has probably 400 games, because ever since he was probably, I don't know, 8 or 9, it's been like, yeah, I just want games for Christmas. You know, on his own Steam account.
Yeah, maybe I should, I guess, get my son an account, but yeah.
That's what I mean, that's what I did many years ago, and for the most part, you know, there's very few times, like, occasionally he finds a good first-person shooter or something, or a driving game or something that that he knows I'll like, or whatever, and, but, yeah, that's interesting, because we'll get on at the same time. Like, there are some games that we both own copies of, also, because we want to play them at the same time online, either on the same team or something. You know what I mean?
No, and that's fair. That's
Yeah.
totally fair. Yeah.
I don't have a complaint about that. Yeah, I mean, it's 2 people using it.
No. Yeah, I have no complaints about that. It's like when it's 2 single-player games and I'm not playing one of the games, he should be able to play it. And this isn't like, it's not like, I don't know, like, you know,
Well,
if they
I
limit
would-
the number of people I could share my library with, sure. Like, okay, is 2 a practical limit or 3 a practical limit?
What
Sure.
I would be interested in is, could you gift him the game? In other words, you set him up a separate Steam account, and then you obviously have a bunch of games in your account that he, generally speaking, I'm sure he plays the vast majority of the time. Can you gift that game to him? Do they let you do that? I've never looked.
No, once you've activated it for your account, you can't gift it.
See, the thing is, again, mine's all based on the same credit card, and it seems to work.
Like, you can't take a game from your library and gift it. Now, if you've purchased a game but you haven't used it yet, you can, you know, basically say my purchase is a gift and give it to a different account. Because otherwise you could just gift games back and forth all the time, which would be fine. Yeah, and then I would gift some games. I would basically have the console account and the office account, and just gift games back and forth between them. Right? That would be fine with me. But I don't know. I don't expect it to be resolved. Right now, what I try and do is diversify where I acquire my games.
Check out
That way I'm
GOG.
not-
That's my favorite game store.
Yeah, if it's available, well, and what I've been doing lately, is if there's a Steam sale and I'm looking at picking something up off Steam, I go and see. Typically, it'll be on. If a GOG has it, they have the same sale as Steam, and then I'll go grab it there instead, because there's no DRM and none of that issue. But you know, they typically only have about a third of the games that Steam does. So it's not bad, but it's not a great solution. And then obviously you get tons of free games from Epic. which has its
Cool.
own issues.
Another thing I noticed quite strangely, there are some free games that are only distributed through Steam. They don't cost any money. They don't have any DRM, except, well, they do kind of have DRM, technically. It says there's no DRM included, but Steam is kind of the DRM for it. There's like two, I don't know if they're really games with VR environments, one based on Star Trek and one based on the Orville that are like that. So I gotta get someone in the Steam account to rip the Orville one because there's no way to get it at all.
Yeah, there's a lot of that, and I will say, like, I like Steam in general, and I think they have a good commitment to gamers. I'm just a little concerned that, eventually it's gonna be bad. They're gonna do something I don't like, or they're gonna start slowly tweaking their licensing.
Yep.
And that's the part that concerns me. But so far they have been, in terms of like big megacorps, they've been gamers' like strongest allies, and
Yeah, they've
been pretty good about it. But it's only a matter of time, and they really don't. It is borderline a monopoly. Like, they just don't have a lot of competition. Now, part of it is because like stores like Epic are greedy and they just take a much bigger cut.
I screwed that up. Well, you definitely can brake later than me.
I went extra late there. I braked a little after the 100. Probably went closer to 75 just now. Oh, that was a little too late for me.
Oh, you
not
made
too
it.
bad. Yeah, I stayed off the grass. A little bit later than ideal. Should drop fourth for that.
This is where my back tire just gets cooked.
That's a bad touch to the curb.
Yeah. Nope. See, I can't keep up with you through there. There's just no way. My left side tires are just glowing.
My front left is lava now, but it will cool down.
Mine
a little
doesn't.
bit.
Mine will cool down a little bit, but it's not.
Oh,
Yep.
What in the world? You're all here.
Yep.
No, we're not.
It's where the
That's
everyone.
it's where the cool kids hang out.
11:30. It's past your bedtime.
It
you know,
is.
once.
It is. I've been going to bed early.
Almost.
lately.
How's the track treating you?
The track is saying if you run softs, we're gonna make your life miserable.
You know, I don't know what changed, but well, maybe I don't know if it makes sense, but I was trying things and I upped the camber, and my softs started lasting a little bit better. Does that
Really?
make any sense? Why would it do that?
You're not scrubbing as much. You're gripping, maybe.
Or it
Could
can get rid of its heat? Is there like a different, I don't know, heat on the straightaway better for some reason? Some of the tires in the air? Does it get rid of the heat better in the air or touching the track surface?
I'm just all right. So
It's mainly a
just-
speed thing. Speed and straightness. If you're going straight, you're not hitting
I
them up.
would think it would be two things. Either you're not rubbing as much, or more likely there's just less deflection in the tire,
You can check
which
your
generates
temperatures.
less heat.
Like, it shows the temperatures across the tread, and right now my insides are hotter, so I might actually have too much negative camber.
But your insides
But the
general
tire,
would be hotter.
I'm
yeah,
gonna.
and the tire transfers heat across itself and to the core and to the air. So I'm
Yeah.
like, if the outside is cool, does that act as a heat sink for the inside that gets warm? You give
Well,
it a little break and like your
from
whole
what I
tire temp
understand-
goes back down.
From what I understand, you want your inside to be hotter because what happens is locally or on a short time scale while you're cornering, the outside spikes a ton, and you want that
That's
to
right.
be.
Well, that's if you measure if you come into pits. If you're on track, you can see it while you're out there, and you look at your temperatures after a bunch of twisties, it'll tell you how your cornering is doing.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
what-
if you were like recording, or I don't know, can you data log it? If you were recording it like mid corner and you could see that your temperatures, like at the end of a sweeper, were still cooler on the outside than on the inside, then that wouldn't be bad.
Well,
but
if you OBS it and you have the...
yeah, you could data log it using OBS.
I'm
That's-
OBSing it right now, and
That's a sledgehammer solution.
yeah,
PC has its own data logging functions. You can
Yeah.
use gems and some other real life stuff.
But I am curious what you find, Colin. I would expect it has to do with either scrubbing or deflection.
well, I just added an absolute butt ton of camber to my car.
Like, I did like a degree or a degree and a half or something.
Yeah, that's what I just basically put into my car, and one, it is driving nicer. I will say. I don't know if it's faster, but it's definitely making the car seem a lot more just sticky.
It's
I
in
guess
your
what
head,
I'm saying
but
is,
maybe.
I don't think you've improved the cooling. I think you've reduced the heat generation.
It could be that.
No, my
Just think
tires.
about this.
My tires
cable thrust.
are now completely melty after the outlap. So
And the other thing
it's not really helping.
is, you know, we're on these low speed tracks. I bumped up the downforce, and I know that should actually help with not scrubbing. So tires, for what it's worth, race people tell me that their tires last longer the more downforce. Well, not the more, but a GT car adding downforce makes tires last longer.
Yeah, they're not scrubbing.
Yeah, you slide around less.
Ask yourself, how much heat does camber thrust generate? Because if you have camber, you're making some. It's gonna make some heat. Maybe that's making them cool down slower.
We'll just have to compensate with toe out.
Oh no. Well, you can kind of do that. I wonder.
Well, it's interesting because I ended, with these camber settings, my middle and inside are definitely warmer than the outside. Not hugely, by like 4 degrees. Well, 6 degrees, 7 degrees. So it's not
Something.
It's not massive, but
It is past my bedtime. I will see you guys later.
catch you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
It does help with turning, I noticed.
That's something.
I like what it did to the car. I don't know if I'm necessarily faster, but
It could be, yeah, that I needed to do less. No, that can't be it. Never mind. I don't know why, but it did seem to help. Like, I was really struggling with keeping my softs cool enough. And then a little camber and a little downforce, and bam, I didn't have problems anymore.
I'm running max front downforce.
Up the rear a little. It's the rear's getting hot, not the fronts.
It's my entire left side. There's no
Oh.
universally
It could-
the left side is cooking.
It could just be at this point that we're just too heavy for softs. Time to go to mediums and lose another second.
Like, I can make this work, but like, it works, but it's definitely, I cannot throw the car around. I have to be definitely conscious of the fact that my tires are going to be like, you know, like, not happy if I... except for there, Jesus. Well, I will say one thing, that the added camber makes me about a half second slower.
It's just you. Like, it's probably maybe just me. could just be that it's all technique and experience,
Well, yeah, that goes without saying.
making us slower and faster with little changes, you know.
Well, I did a bunch of gearing changes and really made some big gains. Trying to get my gears to line up. There's essentially 2 sets of S's on this track, and making my gears line up better with the 2 sets of S's really helped.
Oh, smart. You know,
Yeah.
I turned my car into a 4-speed gearbox. Because it's just so hard getting it to exit any low speed, like hairpin corner in second.
Mm-hmm.
I just gave up and I said, okay, fuck it. We're gonna drop third all the way and just use third through sixth. And that's much better for me.
For the Tokyo R246 track, I had all my gears bunched up around a fairly small speed range. So first was pretty useless. Second was for the really low speed turns, and then third, fourth, fifth were bunched up really tight. I think sixth was just for the front straight.
Yeah, I don't think this is faster. We'll try one more lap, but I am dropping time big time. I do like how it turns in though. It's like, it's definitely, maybe it's probably just me. I can probably make it work. Except that corner. Make it work there. Jesus, now I got everything but my right front is lava. Yeah, no, I like how the car drives. It's not faster. Maybe, well, all right, so...
I'm trying to make it faster, you're trying to make it last.
Yeah, and it's not helping. My tires are melting completely. But it leads me to wonder if, by actually making the tires really melt, what happens... Oh, what happens if I just put the mediums on with the way I've got it, which is making them really melt, and that way I'll get the mediums up to temperature really good, and maybe they'll get more sticky.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mediums that are green are going to be probably faster than softs that are red. Probably way easier to drive too.
Well, if I've gotten the mediums up into their good range, and I can lean on them harder. Oh, I don't get the stick coming out of that corner, though. I wonder if I could put all the aero into the car, and then if I could bring the balance back with the bars. Nope. You see, god damn it. What I give up is corner exit speed. The fronts just give up under acceleration. Alright, let's be a real man
Yeah.
and drive the car without traction control.
Oh.
And just use the car's power to rotate it. I can definitely make the car rotate now coming out of corners. So there is that.
That sounds good.
Well, this is a magical lap coming up. I don't know what I did. Oh, there you go.
What'd you get? I can't look.
Just over 48, barely.
Is that good?
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near that right now.
One of the main things I did was brake a little later into turn 3. That's true. And the really tight right-hander went a little later in there.
Oh no, this just is not working. Hey, this is freaking miserable.
You're gonna have to learn how to autocross that car.
This is miserable with this. Absolutely.
You could always switch cars if you think. Wait, what are you in right now?
Lambo.
Oh. Did you change last week? I forget.
No, I have not
No, I
changed.
changed liveries.
I changed liveries, but
Oh, that's right.
yeah, I just changed liveries, so I wasn't the same as
Because I'm
no.
You were thinking about changing cars, though.
As Moto. I was a little bit, but I tried several of the cars that interest me with my handicap, and I was not faster than this car.
No, you probably won't be faster, no.
You know, it's just,
You remember, Sauce thinks that you're already in, like, the top tier car.
I am. This is a really good car, but as you add weight, it really starts to nullify that advantage.
Every car has that, but if you have to add weight to a car, it's still best to be in the car with the most horsepower.
Which, and by the numbers, that is not the case. This
Go on.
If I'm looking at the Gallardo.
Oh, you remember in the GT4 series how I plotted power curves for every car?
Mm-hmm.
And we found out that every car was just wrong or lying about its power number?
Yeah, I just discovered something, though.
What?
Is that we really need to go look at the Mosler. All right, from just the numbers, and they're obviously lying, but just from the numbers, the Gallardo is shown at 500 horsepower. Now, this was a GT500 car, so I know that it shows up in the 300s. So I'm betting the power.lut file has been edited, but it shows up at 500. The 360, 300.
It's a 360. Oh, that's what I'm driving, duh.
Yes. The Lambo, 300. The RX-7, 300. The Mooncraft shows up at 300.
Huh.
The Mosler shows up at 345. The 996 shows up at 300. The BRZ shows up as, come on, give me the BRZ, as 300. Wait, why did it show me that? Oh, all right, I see what it's doing. And the Impreza shows up as 300. Now, Newton meters of torque is an interesting one because the Impreza shows 450. The Mosler shows 410.
Really only care about horsepower.
The Mooncraft shows 1,000. Oh, no, it doesn't show that. Okay, so it doesn't show that.
The torque doesn't matter, Dean. Just the horsepower. They're all this. Yeah.
What's interesting is the power to weight. See, I know already that the Gallardo is lying.
Why?
Because that's not
500 horsepower.
It's not 500 horsepower. The car was neutered to fit into the 300 series. That's why it hashtags, and when you pull up,
yeah. So
when you run the hashtag,
grab the power.luts and copy paste them into a Google Sheets document.
It would be interesting to take the power.lut files and literally graph them all and see what they all came up to be. I mean, I could.
That's what I did in GT4, and it didn't help with anything. But what it showed was that some of our GT4 cars that should have been like 300 to 400 horsepower were like 150 horsepower. But they weren't slow like they had 150 horsepower. So people had just like messed with the drag and the rolling resistance and made it faster than it ought to have been with 150 horsepower. And it's like none of it made any sense, and it was pointless data in the end. And it's like you just need to look at lap times. It is interesting to know that they're modeled like shit, but in the end, you just need to look at lap times to know whether it was good or bad.
True. I'm gonna compare the. Fuck it. Let's compare it to your car. So the Gallardo. So let me open the. Oh,
Fool's errand.
I'm curious. Oh, this car is not unpacked, so I'm not gonna fuck with it. All right, is my car unpacked?
I had
None of them are.
47s on the predicted thing and lost it in the last couple
This one,
turns.
my car
Nice.
is unpacked, and let's see what it compares to here. HIJK power.lut. What does it compare to? Copy, and I'm gonna put it here. Well, it's not. Oh, that's interesting. We should be short shifting the car. Be interesting to know.
Gosh dang it! I knew it.
I should be short shifting the Autobach, the Gallardo, the Garaya.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can feel that. It's very obvious.
The Garaya definitely should be short shifted at about 7,000, because from 7,000 on it just falls on its face. The Lambo should be short shifted at about sometime after 7,500. Between about 7,800, the Lambo should be short shifted. Let's see what else we got here. Well, I'm gonna look at the BRZ. I wonder if this one's been. Does this have a?
No.
It does have a data file in it. So let's look at the power.lut for that car. Is holy crap! Is that an underpowered car? Wow.
Go on.
Comparatively, the maximum horsepower that the BRZ has, or maximum, I guess it's Newton meters, is 290.
No one cares about Newton meters.
Well, it's the highest number in the power.lut file is
Okay.
is 296. The highest number in the Lambo is 443.
Yeah, we need to graph them.
The
I forgot that you only see
the
torque and power.
The Gallardo highest number that it's showing in there is 441. That's interesting. What else do I want to look at? Mosler. I got a sneaking feeling that the Mosler is definitely doesn't have a data file. I'd have to unpack it. Mooncraft?
Oh, CB, you think me a documentary? It turns out there are like 3 different variants of these Toyota GT300 cars. So the Toyota branded one is the one that's a full-blown race car underneath. It's got the turbo V8.
Believe it or not, the Mooncraft is got more horse. Mooncraft looks almost identical to the huh. That's interesting.
Wouldn't surprise me if they just copy pasted power files.
The Mooncraft.
One author.
No, they're different.
Or if the Mooncraft was the same car as something else. I don't know.
No, they're definitely different. I'm looking at they're similar, but they're different.
Oh my god, car.
The one that's really not similar is the BRZ is just Jesus.
That's what I was going to get to. This one is actually, they weren't lying, powered by FA20 DIT.
No.
Yeah.
They said EJ and all the time. It was the EJ.
You sure it wasn't? No, for this one.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. They tried. It said that they toyed around with the idea of making a 1.6 FA20 as an LMP engine, but scrapped it in the end and never used it.
But they didn't run it in this car? I thought they did.
I don't even think they made it.
Interesting.
Yeah, because it only takes like 300 foot-pounds maximum, then it blows itself up no matter what you do. Because the bearing area is quite small.
On the EJ or FA?
On the
or...
FA20 base block.
What's it do? 300 foot-pounds?
Yeah, about 300 foot-pounds, maybe 350, and then it just destroys itself, and there's not much you can do as a workaround.
Where? What breaks?
The crank, the journals are so narrow, it can't take a lot of pressure.
And the EJ has bigger crank journals?
Possibly. Seemed to take more torque for whatever reason.
I think like 500 horsepower is pushing it with any of these 4-cylinder Subarus for sure, and that would be 300-ish foot-pounds, right?
Yeah.
Like, you're asking for trouble with an old EJ for sure. Anything over like 350, you're really asking for it.
All right, the next question is weight. So the weight of this thing is 1175. Weight of the Ferrari is 1100. The weight of the Lambo is 1100. The weight of the RX-7 is 1100. The weight of the weight of the Mooncraft is 1200. The weight of the Mosler, I bet you that's going to be light. Why is that not? That's 1150. 996, 1100. 1150.
It's like I never drove this track before, even though I like did it twice now. It's been 4 days or something. I'm missing marks and going off track all the time, and it's just the worst. Brutal. What a hard track.
Yeah, I mean, there are 2 sections that are kind of similar that you got to work out before and after the really tight right-hander.
Not easy. And I don't see any great passing opportunities either, but I guess we'll see. Huh?
Getting a good exit onto the front straight and then do a draft pass.
Yeah. It's not quite long enough, but it's almost there. Maybe if you get a better exit than the guy ahead of you.
Oh,
Like that.
I caught the curb.
Just like that.
Oh, I was.
I did that on like 4 or 5 laps already. And it's the worst.
That's the first time I've done it there. I was really pushing it.
Yeah, it's very, very punishing. Would not recommend.
I tell you, the sauce makes such a difference.
Yep. Yes. As long as they're not melty.
What I wish I had, I would love to have a button that I could just push the button and turn on traction control, and if I like a momentary switch for it.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's
you've
only
got the next
cycle up
best
and
thing.
down.
You know what I'm gonna try? I'm gonna try full arrow. That I
You
have
could
not.
do that through scripting, but
I could
you have to do it per
probably.
car, I think.
I could probably do it with 2 buttons. Because right
If
now.
you watched GT drivers, they actually turn the little wheel just like the wheel you've got.
Yeah.
The little knob
No, I know they
between
do.
corners. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know, and it's not that convenient. I wish I had a button for my
Nope.
thumb. I could use the 2 upper buttons on for my left thumb, and one would be for the increase traction control, and the other one would be decrease. So I could bump it and turn it on, and then I could go the other way. Because I have everything else on my car.
Well, you probably do have buttons you could bind to that if you really wanted to.
Let me resume. I have buttons right now set up for ABS, up, raise, and lower ABS. I have ABS on buttons, and I have engine braking. I do. Yeah, and I have traction control on the knob. If I had put traction control on the buttons, like I said, I can turn ABS. I can adjust it. That's been helpful sometimes. But traction control would be nice if I could turn it on and off. Just, like bump a button, it would go on, and then I come out of the corner and bump the button as I'm coming out of the corner. And since I'm accelerating, I would probably want it on my left hand because I upshift with my right. So
It could be done, but you'd have to add a script to the car.
no, I would just have to change my button assignments. That's all.
I don't think AC has normally any ability to flip the TC off completely and then put it back where it was before. That's the thing. It only has.
No,
No,
it's just up and down.
No, I would just do up and down.
Yeah. If you do it up and down,
I would
that's
just
fine.
I would just do an up and down on it.
You know what I did to free up some buttons? I have a little macro pad. It's got 6 buttons and a knob that you can turn both ways and click down. And I put some stuff over there.
I mean, I have
Nice.
I have a standalone because I'm using a half keypad here, and I have a standalone keypad for number pad. I have a standalone number pad which I could actually sit right down here and use that. Just assign.
This is kind of like that, but everything
that.
is programmable.
I would like it if it was assigned, if it was someplace, like if it was right, if I had it so it was right next to my wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'd have to build something to set it so it's literally right next to my wheel that I could reach over and hit it. or so. I don't know.
I've got mine just ahead of the shifter, so it's similar place you see in some real cars.
Yeah. I would
So I
go.
got ABS, traction control cares, all the oddball stuff.
I want to go back to pits. Back to pits, and we are going to put all the aero in the car. I'm running all the front aero, so if I run all the rear aero, and now let's just try suspension advanced. Oh, that's travel.
You have to set up a suspension solution to an aero problem, which could then cause differing behavior at different speeds.
I know, but say I do that, and then I greatly soften my front bar. Fuck it, I'm going to try it. I'm going to soften my front bar all the way. See what that does. See if that, adding all that aero. Oh, I might be onto something here. Whoa, it makes the car actually... Ooh, I gotta check my... What is my brake... My brake bias is fine. What's my ABS? Oh, I have my ABS turned off. Whoa, is my traction control off? Wait a second. Yep, my traction control was off.
The disadvantage of pushing the buttons repeatedly all the time.
Yeah, I gotta get back to the baseline. Whoa, this car is sliding. I need to... Wow, I need to... Yeah, I can't drive it this way.
Yep, my tires get hot, but
I can't drive
they
it
do
that way.
tend to cool down eventually, and
Back to pits.
I think I'll make it through a race on softs.
I probably will too, but medium tires, race this, load, tires, soft, and then what happens if you just add all the aero? I'm just going to add all the aero and not add anything else. Because, man, I added all the aero, which means I had no aero in the rear of the car. But then I took all the front bar out, and the car became a slide machine. So I don't know what that was really gaining me, other than the car was sliding.
Like, oh, for fuck's sake. I went off in my favorite spot again. I hate that so much.
Where I went off there?
It's like turn 1 Road Atlanta, like, there's no way to get back, you know? It's the most frustrating. It's like I just dropped a tire like 2 inches off the road and you're gone. Sucked off into the abyss and you can't get back.
You know what? With the full aero, it is not bad. You don't slide.
I do know what. My AC's not on, so it's hot in here. That's what. It's making me cranky.
Oh.
I can tell.
A cranky Colin is not a good thing.
No, I race bad too. I realize that. I never had that go-kart training where you like sit in a garbage bag or something outside in the sun and sweat.
Why would you?
I don't know what that is.
Why would you do that?
Because it's really hot sitting in the sun in a driver's suit. Yeah.
That's what they call it.
That's why God created cool suits.
They don't wear
They
those
can't
in
have cool suits on
go-karting.
cars.
And that's why I don't do go-karting.
No, it sounds like something that's actually quite dangerous.
It
You
is.
raise your core temp really high and die, but
Oh,
that's
they
what the
meant
kids
karting in
do.
general.
Yeah, that. I was just thinking about the part where, like, I don't know. I'm sure it's not easy on your body
No, beats
to
you
sweat
so
out
good.
half a gallon, yeah. Is
Dude,
it good for
straight away.
you or bad for you? I don't know.
Good question. I gotta do straight away to turn off my phone alarm.
Why do you have a phone alarm on?
It's reminding me to do things at midnight.
What kind of things does Game Boy do at midnight?
It's redacted. It's classified.
I suspected.
Ah.
Thing is, my gears are so close together, I have to shift all the time too, so I can't take a hand off the wheel.
Well, it definitely knocks my top speed down.
You're not really suffering for top speed.
No, there's
Exactly.
a couple of places that I am definitely not getting up into fifth where I was before with the no rear wing. But it's definitely a lot less slidey.
Ooh.
What did
Oh,
you
yeah.
do? Holy
I touched
cow.
the curb. Touched the curb and then overcorrected.
The other thing that I did just this week is I turned on the suspension program
Mm-hmm.
and I saw the spring rates and damper settings that came with this car and then made them more rational, and it made the car so much easier to drive.
Nice. You should get in, well, it's kind of too late now. We got like 2 races left, but
What were you gonna say?
I was saying you should do it for the Lambo. I'd be curious how totally out of spec this thing is.
I don't know if you do. Game Boy, does that program come on everyone's Assetto, or do you have to go download it separate?
Which program though?
Suspensions.
Yeah, I think that's standard.
Yeah, you could just look at it, Dean.
Well, I don't know what the number should be. That's the problem.
It tells you, that's the thing about the suspensions program. It tells you ride frequencies and damper ratios. Which is like universal and easy, right?
No,
What?
no.
Well, knowing exactly what you want, actually, it's probably been a long time since you heard about damper ratios or
Yes.
damping ratios. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Whoa.
But we can solve that with like 30 seconds and a couple pictures from the internet.
Oh, I haven't talked to you, Colin, since I got the new car, have you? I sent you the things.
Not really. You sent me a picture of it and you told me that it's fast.
Holy mother of
It's silver,
God,
it's
good
fast.
God. Oh yeah. 0 to 60, 3 seconds, flat, dead.
fuck?
Maybe quicker.
That's actually like really fast.
Yes, I've discovered that. I also discovered that legitimately my other CLS legitimately did have an AMG tune in it or something better. Because my other car isn't too far off it. And, but Jesus Christ, I gotta tell you, 670 horsepower and 740 foot-pounds, everybody should have
Sounds
that.
like a lot.
Everybody should have that.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think everybody should have that?
Yeah,
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Are you sure about that?
I am positive. Like in the first.
You know what? I
in the-
watch YouTube videos, and I'm not sure that you've been on the internet before, but I could see people like crashing in their own fucking driveways.
Yeah, and that would weed out all the idiots pretty quickly.
Oh, and everybody around them.
Yeah, well, probably get the family members, so genetics. And I figured, you know, sort of using Darwin's theory of car driving.
Making it easy
Right.
enough to drive, people will be okay, because I know people who have cars that they don't use like a quarter of the power they have.
Oh, I don't. I've gotten
Yeah.
used to it. See, the thing is,
these people don't even know how much power their car has. They just tootle around in them real gentle.
Yeah, they've got 300 horsepower minivans or whatever, and they're merging on the freeway at 45 miles an hour still.
I'm talking like 500 to 800 horsepower in a luxury car.
Oh,
See, the thing
and they're
is,
still merging on the freeway slow?
there's a lot of cars out there that, like, one of the things I learned is that my M5, you know what? These wings do help with the rear wheels.
Oh,
I am significantly slower, but they do help.
that's probably what Tomo did. He set the gearing right, and he cranked the wings up, and then he beat us all into the dirt. Yep, that's my story. Here I was thinking that like 100 wheel horsepower was enough for literally everyone.
You get used to having it, and, like, obviously you don't use it all the time. That's something that aggravates me. It's like I hear people say, well, you know, if I had that kind of horsepower, I'd drive it off the road and I'd kill myself. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, it's
Yeah,
like, it's
a
like,
good scrub.
it's like,
Maybe they have experience with a very violent car that's much lower powered. I think it'll be the same thing turned up to 5 or 6 times what it was.
yeah, but I mean, it's like, no, that just means you're a shit driver, and you probably shouldn't have a license. It's such a stupid thing.
Euro lap.
To me, it's just such a stupid thing. It basically, they're saying that they suck at driving.
Yeah, I suck at driving.
No,
If you give me more than 150 wheel horsepower, I'll be doing 150 miles an hour literally everywhere.
the thing is, you don't. You know, I mean, where are you gonna go?
No, I do.
Where are you gonna go with the car in front of you?
What? I just drive between it and the car next to it.
Well, then you shouldn't have a license either. But
License? What's that?
exactly.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Almost got hit by a swimmer over in I didn't know they were in Canada, but they are.
A what?
The swimmers, they call them. It's like wine gun racing on crack with 0 F's given. They squeeze between traffic at super high speed.
Yeah, you see the videos.
Mm.
In fact, it's popular to do on like New York City commuter freeways or whatever.
Yeah, that's where it was mostly.
And Dean's one of them, isn't he?
No, I saw a guy get turned into a frickin' on a motorcycle. Sort of like throwing a rotted tomato through a cheese grater.
What'd you see? You saw a man get grated?
Yeah, he wiped out on his motorcycle, went through the guardrail.
Oh!
He probably hit it at well over 150 miles an hour, and it literally
Holy shit!
just chopped him up.
Wow, scary.
There was nothing left. He went in at like a 30-degree angle, and it just, yeah, there was nothing.
I'm
left.
jealous.
There was nothing left.
It's a good way to go.
I guess.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
quick.
know. I'm sure. Certainly, it was quick. I guess, but damn.
Yeah, I mean, would you rather suffer like Alzheimer's and cancer together for like years, or would you rather just like gone, chunks,
I don't know. It was,
tomato slurry?
It was.
I don't know.
It was pretty icky. It was. Yeah. You don't look at V8 the same after that.
It is delicious though. It's been years since I've had some.
I actually like it.
It's really good.
Poor man's,
And Bloody Marys are flipping fantastic,
well, I was
but
gonna
it's
say,
been years and years since I've had those too.
the poor man's Bloody Mary mix.
Wait, there's a different Bloody Mary mix.
No, they
You
do
just
make
get tomato juice and Worcestershire and Tabasco and
Yeah.
pepper.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the proper.
I don't think there's a price differential between these two. Is there?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I have learned, which it's like I totally forgot about, is this car is silver, and I've been driving black cars for quite a while now, and not
Much cooler inside.
yeah, and not having your head feel the heat radiating off of your headliner is a novel thing.
Yeah. It's probably 100 degrees cooler, the service temperature of your silver car versus the
Oh.
black car.
Easily, that was
Yeah.
just one of those really odd things I've noticed because we've had a couple of warm days, and it's like,
Oh.
I don't
So
notice it
cool.
off the headliner, but just in general, and it's a much more powerful solar oven when it's black.
and just in general, I mean, the whole car in black versus the silver one, it's like it's just so much. The only thing that's really interesting is that the 63 feels a lot heavier, just overall weight. The car feels heavier.
Okay, wait. You have
Softer suspension.
you had a CLS 63 AMG, and now you have a what?
I have both of these cars still. I have a CLS 550 that has been
50 and a 63.
juiced up quite significantly. It's a factory Cologne car, special order, blah 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 blah. Versus my CLS 63 with the Rentec tune in it. That the 63 just doesn't feel as agile, like as nimble. The 63 is a hammer. I mean, it is just, oh my god, is it fast. And it does handle incredibly well. It has multiple ways you can...
How much does it weigh? Like mid fours?
They weigh 4,000.
Just 4,000?
Yeah, right at 4,000.
It's not that bad.
I actually didn't believe it. I haven't weighed the 63, but the 550 is right at 4,000, like 4,025 pounds or something like that.
Well, what's the internet say it weighs?
Well, they don't give the like dry
Where
weight.
we got me on the straights.
They give the weight with all the passengers and everything in
Yeah, curb.
it. Curb weight, which is like 5,000.
Right, okay.
It's a 4,000-pound car, basically. But I don't know what the 63 weighs. It feels heavier. It acts like a heavier car. But again, I haven't driven it. Like, I'm much more obviously confident with the... Like, I'll throw the 550 around a little bit more, mostly just because I'm very comfortable with it.
I'm just curious about weights and tire sizes and if that accounts for like everything or
The
not.
63 has bigger tires. Bigger rims, bigger tires.
Huh. Well, that should
Yes.
offset any extra weight, really, right?
It runs 19s with 335s in the rear. I could be wrong on that.
That's a fuck ton of tire.
Yeah, it's a big tire.
Still not enough,
I don't
but
think
it's
I'm
a lot of tire.
I don't think I'm right on that. I don't think it's 335s.
That's as big as they make them, right? I mean, they make them in like 21s or whatever, but still.
I mean, they're like a foot wide. You look at them and they're huge.
They're wider than a foot. If they're 335s. Right?
There's
Wait,
I think there are 345s and 365s you can buy. Whoop. Almost forgot.
is that right?
That one. Yeah, like look at the tires on the latest 911 on the rear. Those might be
Those
wider.
are huge.
What, a
But,
325 is 1 foot?
I don't know.
Is that right?
That's about right.
Yeah. Yeah, never mind. What am I saying? They make tires way bigger than that. Oh, shit. Yeah. Braking. I figured that you'd brake a little bit later than I would, but it
Yeah,
seems
brake
we have
later.
kind of the same braking point.
Like a little after the 100. Maybe push it to 75.
Ooh. Ooh. That front left got really red mid-corner and lost so much grip.
Mine doesn't lose that much. The softs, they don't take the heat too badly.
It started understeering at the end of the corner where it wasn't at the start, at the, same speed. Better now by the end of the straight, though.
Oh, White, you got ahead of me. Holy crap, he's in the 47s now.
You thought a Subaru was going to beat a Ferrari? Are you joking? Never. That's just a rule of the universe.
Oh, yep, this is my fast setup. I just 49 right there. Yeah, I can't better this setup. This setup is I am fast with this setup. That is my fast setup right there. I'm sitting here. I just did the lap. Oh, I'm sitting right on line. I should get out of the way.
Too much curb, too much curb, too much curb.
But
too many
there's
places.
smoke.
What the? You can't get back on track there.
What?
No, go off into the wall. like any other car.
But Colin, you would like this car. It is such a cool car. It's interesting.
Does it have 2 seats?
Yeah, and then 2 more for spares.
Does it have a manual gearbox?
You can shift it manual with the flappy paddle.
Does it have a screen in it?
Not touchscreen.
Come on, dude. I'm glad you like it, but I don't think it's up my alley. I mean, what do I know? I've never driven a car like this, I guess.
See, here's the thing. It is not a race car. It is a muscle car.
Yeah, I want something sharp always.
It is as good as a handling 4,000-pound muscle car that you can get. That's what
I believe it. I believe it.
Like an Alfa Romeo or your 996 or whatever, beat it around corners? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But
it's more like a Hellcat than a 911.
Yes, it's a German Hellcat basically.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of fun, and for day to day, just dicking around and being a little rowdy, it is wonderful.
Hey, when you want to go to the takeover?
Yeah.
I was thinking of hitting them up Friday night and running someone over, doing some donuts. How about you?
Except, this one does have the button that you don't have to go into the fucking computer and change up to turn off the traction control. There's a button for it. Right on.
That's
Most
nice.
Mercedes I've seen do have a button for that.
What?
Most of the Mercedes I've been in do have a button for that, and I was in a lot of them for jobs while I watched.
Not my CLS. Not the 550. That one does not. You can turn it off, but you got to go into the menuing to do it. But it's not a button on the dash.
So these days, you know what? I have a yearning for a lot of different cars, as you know, Dean, and Game Boy. Yeah, but these days, I've been wanting a few old classics, but I had a hankering for like a custom-built cross cart today that's street legal. You know, 1 seat in the center, kind of like Miata size, but just 1 seat in the middle and like a little rear engine.
So what you're looking for is like a 3/4 scale McLaren F1.
Except like kind of up on stilts, like a little bit of cushy suspension travel and a couple little wings on the outsides. The cross carts look like those little RC buggy cars, right?
Yeah, I know a guy who built one, a fairly conventional one with a 6 or 750 engine.
Well, I'm not sure if they'd let me run a motorcycle engine in California. Last time I was looking into it, I think it had to be a car power plant. But I'd be happy with any little V6, whatever.
Just get
little J32.
I was gonna say, just get like a Mazda K motor.
Oh hell yeah!
One of their little V6s.
There's almost nothing to build with one of these cross carts. It's like
Ford. I mean, it's big for a cross kart engine, but very small for a car engine.
The what?
The 3-cylinder Ford engine. It's like in the Fiesta.
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. The ones where the, where the timing belt, the wet timing
Yeah, I
belt
remember
melts
something
and
about
dissolves. Yeah. There's a big, I think there's a big driving for answers, or was it engineering explained video on it? Yeah, they're falling apart. And so are the Yaris 3-cylinders, actually. The Corolla Yaris 3-cylinder motor.
Oh.
Those are blowing up
How come?
too frequently. I don't know. I didn't get to what the problem is with it, but
what's the problem? Is it an inherent
it's a one
engineering thing, or is it just like a bad particular part or something?
I don't know yet, because the video was like 25 minutes long and I was gonna watch the whole thing. Sorry. And I'm not sure the answer was in the video either, if it was just stupid clickbait. But I've seen some problems cropping up with those since day one, and so when people start throwing the flag out there, I'm kind of believing it. Plus, Toyota doesn't have a good track record right now with engines. A lot of people, pretty much everybody doesn't.
I don't think. I was gonna say, is there anybody out there that has like a good engine?
Toyota's been mostly good, but they screwed up a few as well.
Like modern.
Yeah,
I'm talking a modern engine.
Yeah, brand new engine.
Yeah, modern good engine, like in the last couple of years.
I don't know.
Has Honda screwed up anything?
Good question.
I don't think Toyota screwed up anything too recently, other than possibly that Yaris. The last thing was the sludgy Camry.
No, dude, they're
Not counting having Subaru.
They made
engines and
like V6 twin turbo trucks. Oh, for fuck's! I did it again. That stupid corner. They've got like a big class action recall or something on the V8 truck. V6 Tundra, don't they?
Don't know.
I'm gonna go Google stuff. Let's see. Mercedes is always doing good. BMW.
They've got a couple of bad engines.
BMW's got the B58, which is maybe like one of the best engines ever.
Mercedes has some good engines, and then they've got some really bad ones. That AMG motor, I forget which one it was, but they had a bad one. I don't even know if it's an AMG motor. It was in vans, maybe? They put them in, was it in the Metris? I know the Metris are kind of a disaster.
What the heck is a Metris?
Van.
Okay, so the Toyota 3.4 twin-turbo V6 using trucks, SUVs like the Tundra, they're recalling thousands of Tundras and Lexus for possible debris. 127,000 miles recalled, top speed 7 days ago, shattering Toyota's reputation as a bulletproof automaker.
That sounds like GM. They make them in the same plant?
They've recalled 100,000 plus vehicles multiple times for engine failures, root cause manufacturing debris left in engines, bearing damage, and then failure. 2022 to 2024 Tundras, LX600, GX550.
The problem with the GM V8s that were failing was the crankshaft wasn't built to spec, like it wasn't perfectly straight or something.
Really?
I remember. They have these new V8s that are like in the Cadillac, the Escalade.
They've always had this cylinder deactivation problem where the what's that called? The cam lockout system would fail and then put debris in the engine and blow the fuck up. And then they've always had 10-speed auto problems too, where that transmission wouldn't actually like disengage. What was it? It wouldn't disengage clutches and it would wear stuff out really quick, something like that. Yeah. So they've been having problems for a while. Some issues. But the BMWs, dude, that B58 and ZF8 HP gearbox, they put in like X3s and X5s and Supras and Z4s and probably everything else. That's a really good powertrain. Does Ford have anything that's good? Oh, wait, what was I gonna find out? I was gonna ask.
A tiny, I'm trying to think of a tiny.
The 1.6 Toyota motor.
Which isn't that tiny, that's like 4AG size.
That is fucking tiny. It's 3 cylinders and 1.6. That's a motorcycle engine.
But a 4AGE was only...
That was a lot less, like 130 on a good day with some mods.
Is that 1600 cc, 1500?
Yeah, it was
cc's?
1.6. No, 1.6 liters.
Yeah, it's the same size as a 4AGE.
And the other smaller engines are in Japanese
Oily
K
cruiser.
cars that didn't get sent to the US. Although now you can import a K car or something.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that could be an option. Although most of them are very basic utilitarian, they're not fun engines.
No.
Why is it, and this is not really an answerable question, but just amusing, an inline 5 sounds quite a lot like a V10.
Yes.
Yes. They
Like
do.
incredibly similar.
Yep, they do. Just a little
An
chunkier.
inline,
A little chunkier.
yeah. An inline 4 doesn't really sound anything like a V8,
No.
and an inline 3 doesn't sound really anything like a V6.
Sounds like a lawnmower.
Why? What's the difference with the 5 and the 4 and the 3?
No, the 3 sounds like a lawnmower.
But why does the 5
It sounds
sound
pretty
like
awful, doesn't it?
I always thought
The-
LS engines sound pretty shitty, so...
Yeah, they do sound shitty. They sound like an old man farting.
No, that's...
Every LS, that's all it does.
That's freaking...
Slightly.
That's Subarus.
Slightly off kilter, like the slightly uneven firing of the V8 just is... it's
I heard the
gross.
Subaru noise that people hate. It's high load and low revs, like from a distance, it sounds like a Harley.
No, it just
When you're in
sounds...
the car, you don't hear it as much.
It just sounds broken, if you ask me.
Is it weird if I... I don't really like Harleys, especially when they're fucking loud and annoying, but the Buell XB9 and XB12 are like fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's
And a
great
270 crank parallel twin. It's
Yep.
the same. It's a Sportster motor. It's the same motor.
but it
It's a
does sound different. The exhaust is laid out different.
I mean, it is. It's a Harley. It's just in a sport bike. Buell XB12 sound. Low key, I really want one of these. Actually, they sound so sweet. Weird.
Yeah, once the wheels go... You see, here's the question. I can get the hero lap with the softs. But...
Good. That's all you need. You're done.
No, but I literally... I can get the hero lap with the softs. But after maybe 4 laps, 5 laps, the 4 laps probably, I'm off by a second and a half. Like I'm running like instead of 49s, I'm running 51s. So 2 seconds off. Whereas if I run the mediums, I think I'm going to run in the like 50s consistently. Like I'll lose a half second, give or take, maybe a second a lap. And I can hammer the shit out of them and nothing happens, so...
I'll see you at the finish line, brother.
Yeah, you're probably going to beat me there.
If you finish before the race ends completely.
Yeah.
150s.
What? Yeah, I mean, you're going to beat me there. But can you do a whole session of... What are you running? I don't even know.
Hopefully. As long as no one pushes me too hard, you know, then
well,
yeah.
that's the thing.
I can do 49, like probably low 49s or something, or mid 48s even.
40 fucking 7. Jesus Christ, dude.
It's not even going to be fast, you know, like this is a course with a lot of lower speed turns.
Yep.
And we're carrying some weight, so these kids are going to come out with their lighter cars and just like crash us.
This Buell has the
They're going to be like
idle.
yeah, they're going to be 2 seconds faster, and we're just going to be sad about it, and that's all we could do.
Well, I mean, this car is not a slow speed car. This car thrives in mid and high speed corners.
Yeah, there's like 3 or 4 like slow second gear-ish corners, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
This car that's just not where this car shines.
Yeah, there's a considerable amount of time that really, like, I don't know, 70 or less miles an hour, 60.
This car likes, yeah, everything I'm driving here is in the 70s in the first set of corners. Then there's this one corner which is 47 miles an hour.
It's weird how the Buell doesn't sound anything like a Harley.
What? It is, but it is Harley.
The Buell?
Maybe I need to find a better video, because this one's like super boring. This dude's just cruising around. How about this? It's an early 2000s Harley motor that Buell worked over, tried to get a little more horsepower out of it. Put it in a really like neat little sport bike chassis.
I wonder if they changed the valve timing a whole bunch.
You know, I don't know specifics actually.
Maybe one way it would sound different.
Kind of makes cool sounds.
Yeah. You can tell when one of those is riding around. It's a very distinctive sound.
Yeah, and it shakes at idle just like Harley, and it, you know, it's a I think it's like all Harley parts everywhere. I'll ask ChatGPT. You can still get parts for them. My big problem is they don't have ABS. And I've learned that I should have ABS on my street bike.
I'm wondering with the medium tires if I should give it a click of front bar. You know that? I think I probably should. Front bar. I think I'm gonna take a click of front bar out. See if that helps. Let's try that. I would just like a little more front stick.
They rework them pretty heavily. Much lighter, freer revving, rotating assembly, higher compression, 10-to-1, more aggressive cams, cylinder head porting and combustion chambers, larger valves versus old Sportster heads, EFI instead of carburetors.
So they use the block. They reuse the block, that's basically it.
They use the block. Yeah, they probably, it sounds like they took weight out of the rotating assembly. But probably, it might be Harley crank for all I know. Engine is uniplanar mounting system. Engine is rubber mounted. Lets the engine shake internally, but keeps chassis stable. And I think I've seen videos of them like skittering along on the ground, just parked there, idling on their kickstands.
Wow, that's a lot of vibration.
Yeah, smooths right out when you start going though.
That's why Harley guys say they like to rev the engine at the stoplights. It keeps their eyeballs from vibrating.
Yeah, it annoys everybody within a mile.
I noticed the same thing when I drove a Radical SR3 one time. Certain revs, your whole eyeballs vibrate.
The Radical? Really?
Yeah, and I was sitting straight on the carbon fiber structure because it has pads you put in.
No foam?
Drivers.
Yeah.
All for me.
Oh man. So it's a carbon seat with a hard-mounted inline-4 motor?
Yeah, I think it is hard.
I wonder if the vibes came from the motor or from like unbalanced wheels and tires and stuff.
No, it was at idle, like even when stopped.
Oh shit. Just inline-4 is doing inline-4 things? I would have thought that like a teeny tiny little baby inline-4 would be smoother, but I guess not. There's no balance shafts on one of them, I suppose.
I thought that's one. Hayabusa V8 or heavily modified. Bizarre.
You drove a V8
Sorry, not
version?
V8, not V8. Hayabusa Inline 4, or the...
Yeah, that's a different animal.
Yeah, they do have a V8, but it's all custom.
Yeah, it is all cut, and it's also like $300,000 or something.
Oh yeah, it's radical
That motor is
RNC
not
that
cheap.
comes in.
Very cool.
Oh yeah, so soft tires. Take a click out of your front bar and the car will rotate nice, like it did on the medium tires. Take a click of front bar out and it rotates. It has the front grip like the softs do.
Wait,
Yeah.
say again?
In other
I was
words,
spacing out.
I switched my setup from, I was running softs, and I like how that car handles. It's really nice. But if I put it on mediums, it was tending to plow out in the corners some, so I took one click of the front bar out of it, softened the front just a little bit, and essentially put all the front bite back in the car.
You're back down into the 46s?
No, I'm not in the 46s, no way.
No, I wish.
I'm nowhere near you as of right now.
I'm not in the 46s either, so.
The 47s, I think.
It was very high 47s. Don't feel bad.
Yeah, I'm in the 49s, so. And that was with softs. Realistically, I'm running right around 51 with the mediums. But the car doesn't get all slippery, and I don't have to worry about sliding off the frickin' track.
What's this? Someone saying our stonks are up? Are the stonks up, Dean? Am I gonna be able to retire one day?
Oh, the what? Stocks up? I don't know. I don't watch that.
Dean, are you live streaming all this?
Yes.
But why, Dean?
I don't know. I forgot I was, actually.
I'm scrolling YouTube right now, and I see that you're live.
Cool.
You can watch yourself.
I thought it was a fan belt conspiracy video for a second. I almost clicked on it.
Nope. I was streaming earlier just because I was going to stream my practicing. And yeah, I figured what the hell.
I also want a 944 again.
Too late.
Prices are going way up on those.
Oh, come on. They're not that bad.
Well over 20
I
grand
saw
now.
it looks like turbo prices came down a little bit. They're like low 20s now for a good car.
No, they're not.
Yeah, there's a bunch in SoCal for like low 20s.
Those, without knowing more about them.
They look good to me. Bunch of recent maintenance. They looks like the seals are fine. I'd probably go buy one.
Go buy
And
one. Go buy one. What's stopping you?
and less than well, I mean, fucking 996 that hasn't driven in 2 years, stopping me.
Alright, I think I have found the setup I like with this car. It's not quite as fast, but I do like it. Go back to here. And it's this.
Having a
this,
motorcycle that no one's buying. I've had a motorcycle listed on the market for like a couple months now, and no one's like even bit.
Huh?
No one has. There's been like 2 people asking about it. I've had a motorcycle on the market. I was telling you about this last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
I bought it for like 10.5, like 2 years ago. Almost didn't ride it at all, so it's still like pretty much the same bike, low miles and whatnot. And I'm trying to sell it for like 8,500, and no one's even like asking about it. It's like, whoa, we're all just either there's much better stuff out 2 years later, or we're all just really poor and no one can afford anything.
That's crazy. Hang on a second. I'm going to kill my stream. All right, everybody. Killing the stream. I'm sorry I left this go this long, or maybe you liked watching it. But in either case, everyone have a great one, and we will be.
Would be nice if someone would come buy it from me, though.
Tomorrow at 8:30, 9 o'clock. We're starting.